Yeah. Let's go.
What is a man?
What a miserable pile of secrets.
You play with men's souls.
Well,
Oh, all right. Would you buy an NFT of that?
No. No. I know how to right click.
Right.
No, I don't need it.
you do know about the prophecy of 1999, don't you?
I wonder what they're actually talking about.
I have no idea.
There's no way they're talking about
They're not talking about
Y2K.
Y2K.
There's just no way.
No way.
Figured I'd let it roll for a second.
Yeah,
Just for a little second.
That's right.
I didn't watch all the stuff for the Hitman 3 stuff.
You watch the important thing.
Yup.
All that matters. Strike Suikoden. I don't think that's real. Leap is worth talking about. Leap
Okay.
looks dope. I don't think I put it on the list, but I thought about it. But
Yeah, I did not look up the trailer.
oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's FPS. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I mean, it's just execution.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, there's not really a lot to say, but yeah, it's more of like reaction response.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Brody.
Brady.
Brody.
Hello.
Yeah. What's
Welcome
up,
to the
folks?
show.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Unless you've never been here before, and in that case, welcome.
Welcome, one and all.
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
I'll buy it at a high price. Creepy bastard.
You know, but I feel like the Duke was a good follow-up.
Oh, the
to
Duke
that
is
character.
fucking
Duke is
great.
great.
Yeah. Oh man.
So good.
He'd be like completely asleep, and you walk in on him. He's like,
Oh yeah. And I mean,
immediately have that cigar.
Oh yeah. And the best thing, man, is like, you know, due to the fact that you can hear him wherever he is, sometimes you feel like it's a zombie.
Yeah.
Or that, you know, there's some threat there. You know, and it's like, holy shit, like what's in this room?
That's just the
and then
Duke.
it's just the
It's
Duke
just the Duke.
snoring.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I kind of thought it was a little silly the way that, like, you know, you'd be in the castle area, the vampires would be following you, and you just walk in the Duke's room, and they're like,
Safe room, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was kind of grateful that, you know, we leaned more heavily into video game logic at that point.
yes,
You know?
yeah,
Like, why not?
They're not afraid to do it,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I think horror needs to have the little bit of suspension, right?
Right.
Because
you
if
know?
it's just straight fucking horror, it's terrible.
Yeah,
It's-
right. And you'll never get to that typewriter.
Right.
It'll never happen.
You're just dead.
Dude, imagine if Dimitrescu like came ducking through that doorway and you're in there trying to like save the game. It's like, oh my god, you know?
They did a really great job with that, with compensating for how tall she was.
Oh,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely. That had to be difficult.
Yeah.
Had to be really difficult. But I guess they were, you know, they've been working on that since they've been working on that since RE2 remake.
Yeah.
You know, with Mr.
Yeah.
X and everything, and
Yeah.
how he would go through.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you,
right.
Uh-huh.
Pull that rocket launcher out
Right.
next. Just turn the fuck around.
I'm just like, what?
Nope.
Got a lot to say about some RE. Anyways, I'm Scott.
And I'm Phil.
I'm Trey.
I was about to jump right into it. You got lost my train of thought. In this corner, Chris Rockfucker Redfield. And in this corner, his sister, Claire.
Huxtable.
I think something's up. Redfield. And in this corner, Leon, baby boy Kennedy. And in
I wasn't even
this
supposed to be
corner-
here today.
And in this corner, Jill, I crush walnuts with my vagina Valentine.
I was the master of unlocking, but Claire
And-
took that from me.
And what, Wesker?
And then
Boy,
also,
ready to do keg stands.
where the fuck is Barry?
There you go, Barry.
We'll get into it. This week
no
we're talking
Barry.
about
No Barry.
Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City.
Mm-hmm.
They
Feel
said
free
we
to
were
pack up
welcome.
and leave whenever you're
I
ready.
didn't feel very welcome. They really.
Man, even the people in the town were trying to get out of there.
Absolutely. Well, they did. There was nobody in the town. Yeah, I think there was like a total of 8 zombies. Anyway, whatever. We'll
It's
get
in the
We'll
water.
get into it.
Yeah. So,
What do
do
you
you
think
think
of
of
this?
this?
I did it this time.
hey, good job, man.
Yay, I
GGs.
remembered.
Right on.
Isn't that the name of our show?
I think so.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
We just show
I
up
just,
every
I
week.
just show up talking to a mic.
I'm good at buttons. I forget about the words.
So
shout out to
shout out,
Button Check.
yes, shout out to our new follower.
What up, Mouth? What up, Wolf? Yes,
Yeah.
and shout out to I Am Reno.
Reno.
Welcome to the family.
Indeed.
Yes, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the love.
Mm-hmm.
We got much more coming back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
Yeah, so,
What you guys been up to?
things. I've been playing more Kingdom Hearts, and I think I'm already almost over it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Which one are you playing?
3. I'm
Okay.
playing 3. Yeah, like it's fine, but
You
it's
tried
only
to play through, like, 1 and 2
Right,
not too long ago.
right. And I
kinda-
love the gameplay in 2.
Oh, yeah.
I think 2 is still pinnacle as far as gameplay. There's just so much narrative to get through, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I think 3 is. It's more Kingdom Hearts, you know?
Yay. And that's
Yeah.
all people really wanted, man.
Right.
But then you have to think about like how much time it took to get KH3.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, that took a long time, and so
And there's a lot of
people are
good.
really hungry.
There's a lot of good, like presentation wise. It's beautiful,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and like the air combos are forever.
What
Like,
all worlds do you visit? 'Cause they put Star Wars in that one, right?
Pixar.
Whoa, there's a Star Wars world in this one. Fuck me.
This is,
I'm
I'm
gonna have to
asking
play
the
through
question.
this whole thing.
I'm asking the question. I
I don't
thought
know.
it was a thing.
I
I know
actually don't
there's
know if there's a Star Wars.
Pirates
one.
of the Caribbean.
I know there's that.
Hercules.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Frozen.
I'm in Tangled right
Toy
now.
Story.
Yeah, I can
Tangled
go to.
was awesome.
Tangled
It's
is good.
yeah,
That's a
totally.
great movie.
It's a good
man.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I
No
really
Star
like
Wars.
No Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Wah,
thanks.
wah.
Boo,
Ew.
Wah, wah.
man. Should have
Missed
had
opportunity.
a lightsaber keyblade.
Keyblade?
I would have fucking loved it. Yeah.
Do you get the actual like key at the end of the lightsaber? Do you actually have the,
Oh.
or is it just like the blade hilt with the?
See, I was
beam?
I was thinking
Thinking
just
the
multiple beams, but yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
How many beams do you need for a lightsaber?
all of them.
all,
All of the beams. Yes.
all of the beams.
But you know, I mean, I've been playing that. And speaking of Star Wars, you know, I'm watching more. Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett's still great.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo's in this last episode, and he's a fucking G because
Yeah.
he's
Of
Danny
course he's a
Trejo.
G. Yeah, he's a G in life, sir.
Yeah. It's still good.
Who does he play?
A Rancor trainer.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. And they make Rancors out to be very goodest boys.
Oh
They're
wow!
the bestest boys.
Right on. Does the
Boba
Rancor
Fett-
have a name?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but Boba Fett's all scratching him under the ear and stuff, and he's all
Oh, yeah.
like it's dude.
That's
it's
adorable.
it really yeah.
Merchandising,
merchandising,
merchandising.
Spaceballs the flamethrower. The kids love this one. I love how when in that scene you look in the back and there's
Yeah.
like a Transformers comic with like like Spaceballs just kind of taped
Over,
slap,
yeah.
Whoa!
slap.
No, I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
good. But yeah, not much besides that. Just you know, the regular thing. I still haven't got back on Deathloop. I gotta fucking play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
That's
you
real
guys?
shit. What about you? What you been doing?
I finally got into the Fate anime, and I'm pretty sure that I've lost literally the rest of my life because of it. It's really good. So I was looking for a melty anime. a Melty Blood anime, because
Yeah.
I was like, there has to be an anime of this, or there has, what other things are part of this universe?
Which it's the Tsukihime, is that right?
Tsukihime. It's all based on Tsukihime.
Yeah, Tsukihime, which I'm not sure is. You were saying that it's potentially like a dating sim.
That's what I thought. I thought the whole thing
was.
was like more romantic, which is why we have all these waifus, et cetera, et cetera. But from what I understood, it was more like leaning towards that kind of romantic.
I gotcha.
style
Well,
story.
anyways, the Tsukihime anime is fucking boring. The character designs don't look anything like the game.
Wow.
Like, so they're significantly less. It's that it came out in that age where they weren't quite sure how to put in digital shading on top of 2D characters, so it looks really ugly.
Oh, so
muddy.
this is older?
It's about. I think
you got to
it's
think
like
about when Melty Blood came out, man. It's been
Good
around for
point.
a little while.
yeah, like
this isn't
early
new.
2000s, maybe 2010. Kind
Wow,
of thing.
yeah.
Melty's
But-
been around for a while.
But it's not as fun as the game, obviously, and it just kind of drags a lot.
But it's not as action heavy as
It's
like
really
one
not.
would imagine after playing Melty
It's
Blood.
really not.
So it's
But
not type linear.
apparently, this is like a side thing for the Fate franchise.
It's crazy.
Which, as soon as I heard that, I was just like, I throw my hands up. I don't care.
Right.
Like,
Right.
But then I had like a little thought in the back of my mind. It's just like, man, just watch Fate. You like Zero. Zero was good.
So you had already seen Zero.
I had seen most of Zero.
Oh,
I
I get it. I didn't realize
finished
that. I thought that this was fresh Fate.
No.
to ya.
No. The fresh Fate was Stay Night.
So
I watched
okay,
that one
well
first.
let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
So we start with Fate Zero, then goes
Fate,
Stay Night. then-
Stay Night, and then Zero's the prequel.
Okay.
Okay, in the timeline, and then I really don't know.
I heard that. Okay. All right. Got
But
it.
there's
I just know
definitely
there's
more.
a bunch more.
Yeah.
There's
there's
just
a
a
lot
bunch
of Fate.
more. Let's see. Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Apocrypha, Grand Order,
Okay.
and then extra something.
That's a
You know,
lot.
that's 5 anime series, and that's not even most of like the graphical novels.
Just give me Saber, and then we're good.
Yeah, dude, and Saber's a badass.
Oh, so you were talking
King
about
Arthur, bro.
why Saber has the ghost sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
in
Excalibur.
in the
Right.
show, do you guys
Yeah.
know anything about Fate? Like,
I just know
I
things about
don't.
Saber.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, the way Fate works, and please, Fate fans, don't roast me. I'm just now getting into
You're
this.
gonna get
so
fucking
I'm
flamed.
gonna get
Yeah.
flamed. But I'm just getting into it. I like
We
it.
just lost
but-
3 followers.
Scott's wrong about Fate. Click, click, click.
Yeah, right. But okay, so basic gist is you have all these this secret society of mages. Okay. And they're chosen by the Holy Grail to participate in the Grail Wars to win the Holy Grail. So, which is basically just this nebulous like wish granting thing. Okay.
Okay.
Dragon Balls.
And the way that they participate in the war is they summon legendary heroes.
Shinron.
Yeah, and you know. But like, and these can be from all different types of. These are heroes from either literary lore or like historical.
Does
Gilgamesh
anybody-
in it?
is
Yes,
Genghis Khan.
Gilgamesh is in it. He's
Is
rad.
Genghis
I like him
Khan
a
a
lot.
hero?
I mean, well, it depends on your perspective.
I don't know.
Depends
I know
on where you're sitting.
Look, I know that in I haven't watched Apocrypha yet, but I do know that Frankenstein they turned Frankenstein into a waifu in that one, so I can't wait to get to that.
Okay, right.
So that's kind of the like.
She
the
still got the
question-
5 head going on? Cause
I don't
mean,
know. I haven't
like-
seen it. I just
okay.
heard
I mean, I
somebody
have
talking
seen
about it.
Frankenhooker. Like
Yeah,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, so Saber is King Arthur.
Yes.
You know, and she keeps her
Excalibur.
Excalibur like hidden with magic because there's a strategy, there's tactics involved about knowing who the servants that they summon, the mages summon, are.
Yeah.
You know, because if you know who they actually are, you know, because they don't go up to Saber and be like, "Hey, King Arthur." No, it's just Saber.
Right.
Like that's her fucking name. Because that's her class. Essentially, they got Saber, Berserker, Lancer, Caster, Archer.
But there are
all that
several
shit.
King Arthurs, right? Like,
There are so many King Arthurs, and all of them are ladies.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
of course they
So,
are.
and it's awesome. But she keeps it shrouded in mystery because if people see, oh, it's Excalibur, then they might know her weaknesses and what she can do, and
Right.
she'd
What-
lose an
so
advantage.
just do real quick here. What are King Arthur's weaknesses? Is it Pride?
He's a man.
It's Pride.
I mean,
I think
yeah,
it might actually be Pride.
I mean, yeah.
right.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
His buddy fucks him over. That's
that's
his
what it
weakness.
is. You know, people banging his
funny.
wife.
So it's the Lancer.
It's funny.
Guinevere. I guess Guinevere would be the problem.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you mention what is it? What's his name? Lancelot,
Oh.
because he's in it too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, dude.
He's a berserker.
Is it Richard Gere?
No, I wish.
Nice.
I summon Richard Gere.
Dude, I love
That's a
First Night.
legendary
First
hero
Night's
right
First Night's
there.
great,
Yeah.
man. It's so good. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes the only way forward is to go backwards. Or what did he say when he went through that gauntlet? You know, he just like had to like beeline.
Oh, I
straight
remember
through
the
that
gauntlet.
shit.
Fuck yeah.
dude.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
Yeah.
Berserker style.
But
right
that's
there.
that's pretty much
kill.
that, and playing just randomly every once in a while. I'll stop watching Fate for a second and play some Castlevania.
Yeah.
Just random
Mhm.
whatevers. You know, just
Which one are you playing?
just bouncing around through all of them
Okay.
for the most part. Yeah.
Right on.
I played a shit ton of Aria Sara this morning. so-
Okay. That's a good one.
But other than that, Fate has consumed my life. So I guess I'm a Fate fan now.
Mm.
Heard that. Heard that. Well, you got a lot of material to digest, man.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
gonna
lot
be
to
a
see.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get into the graphic novels, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
Or
I kind
the
of wish
visual novels.
there was
visual novels.
a good melty anime.
Yeah.
I
wish
think
there
it's only a
was.
matter of time.
Yeah.
You know,
One of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
As long as Melty continues to see success,
Mm.
then it's only a matter of time before someone does an actual anime adaptation of that story.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Because, like I said, I think Vlav was created just for Melty Blood. Like, I
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
that he's actually in Tsukihime. Yeah, and so there are some characters
okay.
that are that
I didn't
exist
finish
only in
that
Melty.
show. I watched a good bit of it. I did not see a Vlav.
Right.
Yeah.
No
You
Vlav
know.
for you.
Because even if the shit was boring as fuck, if he had the same voice actor, I would still watch that shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Yeah, just to hear my dude just not giving a fuck
No,
about
Just
anything.
skip to the Vlav scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Vlav's so done
and
with
he's
it.
asleep.
Yep.
You know?
I have better shit to do.
Yeah.
He's like killing people, but he's not even awake. You know, like that's my dude. That's my spirit animal, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trey, what you been up to this week?
Man, I've been playing a little 14.
Hmm.
I'm at that point where it's back to the end game grind. So it's
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna do? Just level up characters. I could, of course, do savage training, but I haven't really.
Did
put
y'all
time
ever
into
get
that.
your mansion house?
No, housing doesn't come out until 6.1. Right now we're in 6.05.
Okay.
So next
okay.
is going to be 6.08, and then we'll have 6.1. So it's actually a couple months out.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We got the money for it. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
We're just stacking up more gil. Life is good.
Yeah.
So we'll get around to that part. But I have found that I love Deathloop. I found that Deathloop
It's
is
funny
an
that I
amazing
mentioned it.
game.
I
Well,
keep-
I
I
thought
keep
that you
looking at
mentioned
it
that
and going,
because you knew.
No,
because
I
our
didn't.
shit's linked,
No.
and so I'm like, I'm sure he sees that I've been streaming, and I've been streaming Deathloop like
Hell
pretty much
yeah.
nightly. Now
Nice.
the problem
Yeah.
with that is, by the time I finish like my daily stuff on Final Fantasy after work, by the time I start streaming Deathloop, it's already like 3 a.m.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
4, and Deathloop is not a quick game.
No.
Mm.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's not fast, and so once you like learn where everything is, but you have your different day cycles, whatever, and they reposition the enemies. But once you learn where everything is, you can kind of YOLO it a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
until that point, because death can come very swiftly.
But
you know.
you have to get your guns every time, right?
You do, but you get these slabs, right? And like the first one you get, the first one that I got enables you to do the shift, like like a teleport dash, kind of like
Oh, cool.
Dishonored,
A
same
blink
thing.
kinda?
A blink,
Oh, I
yes,
got you.
exactly.
Mhm.
No, scratch that. I'm sorry, that was the second one. The first, no, that was the first one. I think it was the first one. Anyway,
Dishonored?
you get a slab
Yeah.
that enables you to infuse your weapons. So basically, the game changes to the point that you're actually going out and trying to find these little items. You saw those items that were kind of distorted that you couldn't interact with.
Yeah.
Those items you can actually drain essence from, and then use that essence to infuse the weapons that you get. If you infuse those weapons, then when you die, you come back with those still intact. You also have to infuse your slabs, or else you lose those. And then you have to go back and get those again, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah.
it becomes a game of collection and then preservation. And getting the
Yeah.
resources to preserve,
Mhm.
which means that the longer you play, the longer that you probably have to play if you want to keep your good shit.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and so what I found is like it's very useful because I go ninja.
Oh,
You know,
of course
Yeah,
you do.
I'm
yeah.
all about ninja.
Uh-huh.
You know, and so me and my machete, we have a great time together. You know, we have a really, really good time.
That's what I was doing, playing a sneaky man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, the game is heavily stealth, and it really does promote and reward exploration.
Yeah.
You know, like there's this one area where you're fighting against Wenji, and she's a scientist, and she has multiple clones of herself helping her with her scientific research, and they have banter and they argue with one another.
Is
and
that not what every scientist wants?
Absolutely, they want more of
I
themselves.
want a team of me.
But they're also pissing each other off, and it's like it's
course.
fucking crazy.
Right.
And so, of course, you can go in through the front door, and I mean, and it's very doable. You
Yeah.
know, set up some turrets, lure them out, whatever, murk them down, or go completely around the building, go in through the back, and you know, sneak up on them there, hack the the machine gun turrets in that motherfucker, and then mow them down. They don't even know you're there. They're just getting killed by their own equipment. You know, so like it does really reward exploration and experimentation. And so, is it a 10 out of 10? That was the thing for me. I just wanted to know that for myself, and the answer is absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, it's nowhere near it. However, does it do something unique with the stealth action genre? The answer is yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's a lot of fun. And then more than anything else, man, the dialogue. The
dialogue's so good.
It's so
Yeah.
fucking
It's so
good.
good, man.
It's so fucking good. You know, just you arguing with Juliana whenever you come back. You know what I'm saying? It's like the things that you say to one another. It's like, okay, this is some excellent writing.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's performed very, very well. At first, I'm like, yeah, God damn it, Cole. Oh, Colt is his name.
Colt.
But he is. He's just that, gruff, quintessential. You can tell he's a black man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
But
God.
he's the black cowboy.
He's the black cowboy. You know what I'm saying? He's mad. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck am I here? And he's always just like, what the fuck was that? You know, it's
He's
just
got
fucking,
such inflection. I
he
love
does,
him so much.
dude. He
That's
does,
great.
man. It's like 80s action hero.
Right,
man.
Hell
exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
I love it though,
Uh-huh.
and so at first it was a little cringy for me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, man, is this? I don't know how long I can put up with this guy.
Yeah.
But over time, I've learned to love him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've learned to love him. And like, what else has he got?
Yeah.
You know, and so
Because it's cheesy as hell, but in just the right way.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
oh yeah.
It's
And
like-
then the second Juliana comes on and she starts like yelling at you about shit. He's like, "We dated, didn't we?" You know?
yeah,
And she
totally.
does-
Yeah.
And then like he ends up dying and whatever. She's like cussing him out.
Nice.
He's like, "Yep, we definitely dated."
Yeah, when she
You know?
pushes him off the cliff.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
you know?
I'm only a little bit farther than that. I pretty much only did about that much. But even that much, I was like, okay, this is fucking rad.
Yeah.
But I could tell right then that it was going to take an investment.
It's time consuming.
Yeah, so
yeah, definitely.
it's on the back burner.
You
but I'm
know,
gonna get
but
to it.
it's one of those things that once you I'm worried about stealth games in the first place.
Right.
In most cases,
Right.
like there are too many other things to play. There are too many other things. My
it
time
takes
is
so
very
long
limited.
to do a stealth game correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, in most cases, I don't really want to put that time
Yeah.
forward. I'd rather just do something else. But once it clicks, once you get into that vibe, it's just like, okay, all right, well, let's do it. It's
Yeah.
fun, man.
Yeah.
It's super fun. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna meme run this shit. And then next thing you know, you're actually invested.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
Do you like the
definitely-
gunplay? Do you feel like it's?
I do.
I
it
thought
took
it's
me
a
a
little
while.
loose.
Um.
you know?
Well, for an arcade game,
Yeah.
it's the best gunplay they've ever done.
Yeah. Good
you
point.
know,
yeah.
and so that's the thing. Now, that's also saying that they don't really do the best gunplay. You know, but with that being the case, I'm coming around to it. You know, it took a little bit of time because guns are really unreliable in that game. They
Oh.
will jam.
Oh.
And it takes a while to unjam them, and so yeah, you're
yeah.
never.
Shit.
They are not reliable at all. My machete is.
Yeah.
My machete is very reliable. But you get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna get overwhelmed if I don't. Even though the truth of the matter is, they put health all over the place, and
Yeah.
so as long as you remember where things are, you can always backtrack, go back, and get some more health. The enemies that you kill stay dead. Then you also get another perk that gives you 3 lives essentially.
Oh, okay.
And so you
Oh,
die, and then
yeah.
it rewinds you to
Uh-huh.
back before you die. Now that system is borked because sometimes,
Okay.
you'll go out there, trigger all the enemies. Sometimes they seem almost endless. I think
Yeah.
in some zones they do just keep coming.
Yeah.
Right, so they'll move forward. All right, you keep progressing. You die, they'll rewind you to a certain point.
Yeah.
But all those enemies are still fucking there. So all of a sudden you're right back there, and
But
they are
they're
surrounded.
They're continuing to move
They're
forward.
everywhere,
Yeah, okay.
and all of a sudden you don't get a moment of reprieve. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to adapt, and so Whether that's intentional or not, I can't quite tell.
Yeah.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
It can really, really suck. But at the same time, man, just know that you're not safe. And that
Yeah.
them's the rules, man. And so,
That's
but
why
no.
you got stealth.
You gotta, you got a ninja, but that being stated, no, the guns are really cool, man. The shotgun is very, very satisfying. They all feel very satisfying to shoot.
Yeah.
Aiming them gets a little weird for me.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it felt a little floaty, but
it's
again,
a little bit.
Arcane's not the best at
Right. But they did a great job. Like the nail gun, did you ever use that?
No.
It's like a silenced nail gun. You like charge up the shot and you just shoot a nail at motherfuckers.
Come on.
It's great. It's
Yeah,
great,
man.
dude. You know what I'm saying?
Does it make
it's like, yeah, it's like that charge and then
Mm-hmm.
like the pressurized almost like CO2 sound.
Yeah.
And then the shink, and
Nice.
then
Nice.
whenever you plug somebody, it's like, okay. Now,
Can you
one
stick them on
thing
walls?
Somebody likes
you
Quake.
cannot, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Kind of like
Whatever.
you remember AVP with the what did he shoot? He shot it was like a God, what was it? It was almost like a rail gun, but you can pin people to the wall.
Yeah, but I don't remember what the
shoot
gun
their
was
head
though.
off,
Yeah.
like pin their head to the wall.
Uh-huh.
Like that would have been really, really cool.
Or
for something like that.
man, what's the name of that game? It's People Can Fly's first game, the one that was it was like Quake kind of, but you had the stake gun and you could shoot people into walls. What's the name of that fucking game,
I don't
man?
remember.
People can fly. Are you talking about Painkiller?
Painkiller.
Yeah.
Painkiller. Good job.
Yeah.
GG.
Hell yeah.
GG, Scott. Bam.
Look at me knowing
on
stuff.
it. On it. Yeah, man.
I
so
love pinning people
that's a
to
good
walls.
game, man.
Painkiller's awesome.
Painkiller is
Yeah,
good.
it's
Painkiller is
awesome.
good, man. But you know what? I also had a great time playing as Juliana. Just like at the end of my streams, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invade for a second. What
We
you
got
see,
both of 'em here.
fellas? Yo, what up, fellas?
That's us.
He's up there making that za, right?
Oh yeah, hot and
Yeah.
fresh, hot and ready. But you can play as Juliana and invade other people's games.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Okay.
that's a wild time, man.
Yeah.
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 Because I mean, you can. It's like almost co-optional. Because all the enemies, they know who you are and they're
Yeah.
not trying to kill
They're
you.
all in quarantine.
But you can
Sorry to hear
still.
that, guys.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
So you're not at work anyway.
Oh, wait. Are you actually sick or are you just?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. You okay?
Well, fuck,
How
man.
y'all doing?
That's not good. Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you can't quite quarantine children. That's one thing I try to tell people all the time. It's like, man,
Mhm.
your kids go to school. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Like that means the house. The house is gonna be.
absolutely. Well, and
Yeah,
you can't
everything
like.
you
Well, I'm
say.
glad
not-
to hear that
you can't-
everybody's fine, man.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Hope you guys
Yeah.
can, just keep moving forward.
Yeah, recover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Recover. Yeah,
man.
Want to
And
see you.
so- Yeah, but you can't like isolate like a 4-year-old.
You
know?
can't, dude.
Yeah, be like, all right, well, you gotta stay in your room
They're,
for 2
they're
weeks.
not gonna not hug you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're not
they're
gonna not hug them.
That's
It's like,
right.
oh my
it's
god,
just the way it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who've been getting sick lately who really don't display a lot of symptoms. I know people
Mm-hmm.
who never had a fever but tested positive. I know people that be like, oh, I just thought I had a sore throat,
Yeah.
and so. I mean, there are a lot of extremes, and I also know people who have lingering, breathing issues.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, we have a mutual friend who's like his back has been fucked up ever since.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
so it's like there's a lot, man. So just everybody stay safe.
Yeah, for real.
Try to do the right thing.
Stay
if you
safe.
can.
Well, it's funny because we were talking specifically about, oh, hey, we should go to Trim Tab, get some pizza, and then we were like, wait, it's raining. We'd have to
It's
be
raining
inside with
and
a bunch
it's
of
cold.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
we're not
like-
trying to do that.
I don't wanna
This
sit in
ain't
the
this
pastry
ain't
dish,
the
man.
this ain't the weather,
Yeah.
and I mean that in every conceivable way, literally and figuratively.
Right.
This ain't the weather for it, man.
Yeah. At
Everybody be
least the
safe.
rain's not fucking our stream up right now.
Yeah.
Hey, see, you
Right,
gotta
hey,
you gotta stop poking
hey,
the
man,
bear,
You're
bro.
about to say you're jinxing us.
Yeah, don't poke the bear.
See, I don't believe in it.
You know what
so
I'm saying?
there you
All
go.
right, well, we'll see what happens. We're just gonna keep on
We're about to
rolling.
start seeing pinwheels all fucking stream.
Well, yeah. Just tune in. You're gonna see some looping. News jutsu.
Oh. News.
News.
Not
jutsu.
old.
Good bunch of.
Well, I don't know.
news,
This is
not
kind of
olds.
old. It's news.
Yeah.
It's
Old news.
old news.
New olds. Yeah. So
One or
we
the other.
So it's a good time to be a PC gamer, right?
Oh my God, it's such
Apparently,
a good time to be a PC gamer.
Yeah.
I really like it that PlayStation has been taking their leap into PC gaming pretty seriously. I think Horizon is the only one so far that's been right? And I think that was more just because they were just making kind of a bare bones port, right?
Right.
But,
well, it was an entry into the PC market.
But then so far, I mean, they're sticking to their word. They're like, we're going to bring the biggest titles from the PS4 generation over here.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we have a lot of services like Game Pass and everything, and everyone is focused on backwards compatibility. Sony has this library of just like stellar AAA titles that it was PS4 generation just chilling over here, man. It's like, okay, well, while our flagship console is moving forward with all of our shit, then all you guys who never got to play our old games like God of War, right?
Yeah,
now,
God of War's
here
coming
it
to
is
PC.
in all of it. Oh, it's out.
Yeah,
it's like, here it is in all of its splendor.
Yeah.
And it's new to all these people,
Yeah.
but they're like, money.
I didn't
like,
realize
seriously,
that wasn't already on PC.
Yeah, none
Right.
of the God of War's
Yeah,
on PC.
I always thought that God of War had just kind of always been. I just kind of assumed that everything just eventually goes to PC anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, they usually keep their games pretty close to their chest.
Sony hadn't been playing that game until recently
because they don't have to.
But is Monster Hunter Rise? That's another game that's coming to PC. Is
Yeah.
that a Sony thing? I thought
No,
that was a Nintendo
no.
exclusive.
That was
Okay.
only on Switch.
That was
right?
only on
Exactly.
Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
but that's what I'm
PC
saying.
still wins.
PC
PC
wins
still wins.
because PC now
Right.
gets. I mean, God of War is pretty much very one-to-one. There's certain aspects of it that one up the PS5 version. You know, you can run at a higher frame rate, et cetera, et cetera. But for most of us, 60 is
It's fine, perfectly
pretty
fine.
freaking good,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, I've got a friend who's like, I was playing at 144 frames. I'm like, well, good
that's
for you.
cool.
Yeah, I don't. Good.
I don't
Okay.
think they
Same
have
game.
a Thomas the Train mod yet.
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
think
It's only a matter of time.
It
Only
actually
matter- one of
seems
these
like
days.
It's only, well, I mean, because that's the other side of it, right? The mod
the
community.
mods. Yeah.
So
Boy.
eventually,
Well,
like
What
God
would
of
it
War.
be? Would you just be Kratos and like a train was following you?
No,
Like
he's the world
replace it with the
serpent.
sun-
That's what he's
Oh,
saying.
he's
He's the world serpent. Comes up out of that water.
Oh my god, dude! Oh,
Yeah.
That's an
that'd be
amazing
terrifying.
moment. His voice is one of my favorite like Foley things in.
I want them.
ever,
I want them to
period.
be like
it's-
you know DMX, and we give the
Yeah.
X gonna give it to
Yeah.
you. You know?
What the fuck is a Google?
Oh, for real, dude. For real. That world serpent scene when it first rose, like, oh my god,
Amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you feel
Yeah.
dwarfed,
Yeah,
sir.
dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and you're Kratos. You
Uh-huh.
know, so. But I mean, it is really cool to see you know these games coming in all of their glory.
We're probably going to be getting Last of Us 2.
exactly.
We're probably
That's
going
going
to
to happen. RE4.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these things are going to be,
Yeah.
or RE7. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
RE7 is going to be a thing. And so because they've been talking about putting that on PC for a while.
RE7's been on PC.
RE7.
Yeah. Yeah.
RE7.
Yeah.
Is it?
Uh-huh. It just doesn't have fucking VR support. Yeah.
Well, we'll probably see that too.
That's the thing.
Yeah, well, and then Monster Hunter Rise, like that's a big deal to
That's
me.
a
I'm
big
really
deal.
That's a big deal to me, you know,
because
because
Nintendo doesn't put shit on PC.
well, right,
for
well,
real.
that's Capcom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and
Yeah.
so yeah,
Uh-huh.
Nintendo.
And Capcom put things on any.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
well,
They don't
Capcom's
and
about the
good on 'em.
fans.
They-
Good on them.
Yeah, Nintendo's failing, man. And so, like, but it's also just great to see them working with more hardware power, right? Like, all of a sudden, they don't have those same limitations. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
looking
dude,
at
yeah.
Rise looks super
Rise
sick,
looks
super crispy.
amazing.
Like, they have some pretty, they have some problems. Like, you see some of the baggage that comes along with this being an actual Switch title, right?
Right.
Like their water
Oh.
effects, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like
yeah,
little
that makes
things like
sense.
that,
Yeah.
you know. But as far as graphical fidelity, as far as frame rate, you know what I'm saying? Everything's smooth as
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah, because
Everything's
it was
moving.
30 on Switch, and I mean it actually looked like it was pretty consistent, you
Right.
know. But you know,
But that at 60,
yeah,
that's beautiful,
gonna
especially
be-
with that
that's
art
gonna be
style.
gorgeous.
Oh my god!
yeah, I love the
Oh,
art
man.
style in that
Yeah.
one, and the Monsties.
I think I would
Uh-huh.
Get
almost.
Monsties on PC.
At
Yeah,
this point, I think
yeah,
I'd
I'm with it.
rather have that game on PC because
Yeah.
I've been holding off buying it on the Switch because I'm just like, that thing's gonna chug.
It's gonna
Yeah,
chug,
yeah.
yeah. You know, with the
Yeah.
bigger enemies,
There's a lot
it's gonna
going
chug.
out.
Yeah,
A whole
Speaking
bunch
of
going on out
chugging,
there.
yeah. Yeah,
Y'all
but
watch this Pokemon Legends Arceus trailer? that
Hell
they just
yeah.
put out?
Hell yeah, this shit's hot.
That shit.
I mean, yeah.
chugs like a motherfucker.
I mean, it does.
On
It does
the
because it's
trailer.
like Breath of the
Right.
Pokemon.
Breath of the Pokemon,
Breath
yeah.
of the Pikachu.
so
Breath of the
let me still understand this though. This game is like you trying to build the first Pokédex, basically.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
And so yeah, you're out there in the wild. There's like weather effects.
So is there
day-night
everything?
cycles.
Is there every Pokemon ever?
No, I think
Probably not.
yeah,
but
I
I mean, I
think
think
it
up to
mostly-
like Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly pulls from like the first like what 2 or 3 generations.
I
don't know.
think so. I don't.
stopped
they
paying
haven't
attention to
really.
Pokemon so long.
So only
I
the
mean,
first
same.
40 games.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
But I mean, when you think
Yeah.
about this, because it is an open world game,
Mhm.
you know, and there are Pokemon everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know-
Nobody has enough time for Persona 5.
Man, I
Wait,
tried.
what?
I really did try.
Sandy wanted to get Persona 5 on the ultimate version or whatever.
Oh.
He didn't have enough time for it.
Yeah,
No one
Persona
does.
5 wasn't that on that was PS Plus for a while.
Oh
there.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they have the one with all the DLC pack as
Oh,
a
yeah.
special.
Royal-
Yeah,
Yeah,
is that the
Royal-
Royal
I think
edition?
that's
Yeah,
the
but
Royal
they
edition.
also changed the game a little bit for Royal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they added a few
but-
scenes for like context for a couple of characters.
Yeah,
yeah, some
I mean,
more
it's just-
cutscenes.
So even more cutscenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I tried really hard with Persona 5. I really need to get back on that, but fate.
Oh, I see. So it's normally 100 and it's only 40 right now. That's not
Ooh,
bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's
You'll
a
get
good
around
game,
to it
man. It's
eventually.
really good. If you get into it, man, it's gonna hook you.
I mean, the music's gonna hook you.
Yeah.
Yeah, super good.
So they're gonna
Well,
start selling.
This is
But yeah,
going super
we're
fast,
gonna-
and
yeah.
everything's getting all.
Oh.
So if we're gonna talk Persona 5, then it's more interesting to segue into P4A because
Oh,
they
yeah, totally.
they released the trailer for P4A,
Yep.
Yeah.
and there's been a lot of backlash, man.
It's not getting rollback.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, after Blaze Blue just got rollback, I
Yeah.
believe, you know,
There's
when is it?
Melty-
It's
Tag.
No.
no. Well, Cross Tag is
Cross-tag,
getting it
yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
but no, Central Fiction.
That's it.
Central
Dude, I
Fiction
can't
got it.
fucking put that shit in my head.
I was gonna
ever.
say Calamity Trigger
Dude,
just because I love it, you know, and Chrono Phantasma and
Chrono
Extend,
Phantasma,
yeah,
yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Words on
Come
words.
on, guys.
Word
Yeah.
salad.
The last one. That's
you
which
know,
one it is.
and so, but after giving rollback to all those things, after Melty having
Mm-hmm.
rollback, and it's become a staple in fighters, man, to the point that the community is now just like people are saying like, I won't buy these
Yeah.
games if they
Yeah.
It doesn't
don't have
have-
rollback.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, P4A is one of my favorite fighters ever.
That's so good, dude.
It's absolutely
Oh.
amazing. But this is a
Oh.
statement that kind of has to be made.
Yeah.
You know, because this is the way that you kind of get developers to keep stepping it up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because if you don't, then we will get
They'll
new fighters.
They'll
with
do
bad
minimal
netcode.
effort, man.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, especially when you're re-releasing a game like this, and of course, it's not just like, oh, we flip a switch and then we got rollback.
No,
rollback,
they
you
have
know?
to do
No,
some
they
shit.
They got to do
yeah.
some shit,
No,
but
they gotta code that shit in there.
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
but
Yeah.
take the time to do it.
But
Right.
rollback is also basically an open source plugin.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not like it's impossible to do. It's
Right.
not like it's you have to build it from scratch, your own thing.
No.
You do have to put in work, but it's right there.
It's
for you
right
to
there.
use,
It
you
might
know?
take some time, but everyone will wait for
Yeah.
it. Because if you give P4A rollback,
Mhm.
all of a sudden P4A is relevant again.
Mhm.
You know, all of a sudden,
Right.
because Persona P4AU came out at that weird point, that transitional point between PS3 and PS4. So a lot of people weren't playing it. You know, a
Right.
lot of people were getting
Yeah.
their new
Yeah,
console,
you're
not
right.
able to play P4AU.
Man, yeah,
know?
because I didn't get Ultimax either. Like I
Right.
played it because other people had it,
Yeah.
but I didn't actually buy Ultimax.
Right, I bought it, but it has such a short lifespan.
because it was right there at the end. Yeah.
Exactly. And so this is like the perfect time for them to drop that and then, you know, have
Well,
it
yeah.
perfectly functional.
Well, and right now, fighters are hot.
You know,
yeah,
oh, dude,
seriously.
oh man,
Yeah.
fighters are back.
Fighters are back.
Yeah,
You know, at
so
this
super
point.
back.
So just because we're on a roll here, Killer Instinct, right?
Okay.
so
yeah,
so
Killer
the,
Instinct rumor.
Right, and the rumor is that it's Bandai Namco developing Killer Instinct.
Yeah, boy.
Which sounds
Hey,
fucking great
I'm on it.
until you think about their netcode issues.
Well,
Because they
Tekken,
also need The rollback.
That's true. Well, Tekken actually uses a form of rollback, but it's kind of archaic. And then,
yeah.
I mean, also rollback for 3D fighters are just weird.
They're just
because of
they're
the
a different
animation
beast,
routine.
man.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, and so coding netcode for that is kind of odd. And Harada is egotistical as fuck. And it's like, no, our
We
netcode
know
is
the
great.
right way.
And
yeah.
exactly right. And so we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
mean, Tekken 8 is going to be around the corner.
But a KI,
but a KI,
Oh.
you know, by
Man,
Bandai
we eat that
Namco.
shit up.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But you know what I also
Absolutely.
want though, because I don't know if you do you guys know who did the fucking soundtrack for the last one?
No.
Motherfucking Mick Gordon,
Yeah.
Mick Doom Gordon. That's who, and I fucking so
Mick
want him to
Chugga
come back.
Chugga Gordon?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's right.
Yeah, that soundtrack was killing it.
Yeah,
It
seriously.
was. And that's a staple of KI. KI
yep.
is all about just like those shredding.
Man,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you remember? You
The
remember that
way
fucking?
you move
man,
to the
I always think of that
killer
Glacier
groove.
shit. That doo-doo-doo,
Oh, I love
doo-doo-doo.
it. Oh
Nice.
my god.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh my god.
Doo-doo.
This Glacius, man.
Yeah.
Glacius.
Yeah, I love that shit. Spinal.
Spinal.
And then
Bring back my spinal
and then he's like,
transformations.
combo.
TJ Combo. You know?
Cinder.
Dude, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
dude, I still have that. Do you remember the little soundtrack they put out
Fuck
for
yeah,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
It's got
Really?
Spinal on the front of it. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, it's
That
called
was like-
Killer Cuts.
Dude, that was like the only game that came with a soundtrack.
Yeah,
back
dude.
then. It
yeah.
blew my
And they had
mind.
that,
I used to
makes
jam
your body
that shit.
rock.
Yeah, dude.
Makes your body move. Makes your body jump to the killer groove. Like what? Do we need this?
Yes. Yes, you do.
So hot, man. So hot. Yep.
Super good. And
Is
so
that a
if
rhetorical
that's,
question?
I mean, if that's true, man, then I mean that's huge. That's
Hey.
huge for Microsoft.
I'm
You
down.
know, like Bandai Namco, they almost single-handedly made Smash Ultimate.
Do
That
you
was
think
them.
that they would?
That was them.
Cross.
You know what I'm saying? Harada was the only one. No.
So it would still
No,
be
only
a
because-
Microsoft exclusive. you
Right.
think?
Yeah.
Because
Because I mean, honestly, at some point it does come down to competition, right? And Sony, they have Street Fighter. The fuck.
they got the anime
They've
fighters.
got
unlocked.
all the anime
Yeah, I was about to
fighters
say, they got
unlocked. You know what I'm
all the
saying?
anime
They've got the
fighters,
yeah.
fighters, and that's like, you know, when all that happened and Street Fighter went to Sony exclusively, Microsoft's like, well, fuck that, we got KI.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's like it.
Yeah.
You know, and so
KI was okay.
it was fun.
It was fun,
You
but
know,
but
it
it
was
was
fun.
real mashy.
Right,
It
it's-
didn't feel like it had a real competitive, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it had a high skill ceiling, I guess, but it's just the simple fact that KI, the original KI, had so many systems and intricacies that
Yeah.
were kind of difficult to access. You wouldn't know about them, you know, like shadow moves in the original
Yeah.
KI. Most people played
Yeah,
the game
dude.
and never knew they existed.
I didn't know about
Right.
them till way later.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't when I was playing KI that I knew about that shit.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and all these things like KI is just like you were saying. It's like I press buttons and combos come out, and that's
Yeah.
just how it works,
That's
you
just
know,
it.
and that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But with Bandai Namco behind the helm, they know how to make fighters. Like
Yeah,
Iron
that's
Galaxy
the
did a
thing.
good job.
They did.
But they
did.
know how to make a balanced fighter.
Yeah.
And so, if this rumor is true, we're in for a treat.
I wonder what other characters they're going to put in it. Because, I mean, last time we got the Arbiter and we got
Uh-huh.
the Battletoads.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, like, they actually had some really cool extras.
Man, I loved Hisako.
Yeah. Hisako.
Dude,
was fucking.
that was the most
Woo!
appropriate time for a glitch.
Is that right?
You
I
know,
know.
yeah, Hisako was. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, you're fighting fucking
Mm-hmm.
Samara.
I also
you know?
I liked that that big like golem, the rock golem guy.
Was that his name? No, his name was Argos. No, was it Argos?
that sounds Argos sounds okay. I
It's
don't know.
something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Big old rock dude.
The rock
Yeah.
bite.
You don't fuck that rock, Chris.
No,
You know?
no.
I don't know, man.
Especially
Chris
not-
can fuck some rocks.
Not that Chris.
I
That
don't
Chris
think-
ain't
no,
fucking
this-
nothing.
This Chris ain't
That Chris
fucking
ain't even
nothing.
fucking Jill.
Oh,
You know, he got called out too.
Aw,
We'll,
dude.
we'll get there anyway.
Got
Yeah.
counter.
Counter. I guess while we're talking rumors, so there's a rumor that Twisted Metal will be
Yeah.
coming
Coming
back.
back, yes, please.
And Blue Point.
Or Fire Sprite.
Fire Sprite.
Fire
Yes,
Sprite.
Fire Sprite is going to
Yeah.
be helming it.
Fuck,
And
dude.
so-
Imagine a VR fucking Twisted Metal.
Fucking metal.
Are you kidding
No,
me?
thank you.
Let's.
No, thank
go.
you. What if it's third person?
Well, I'm
Oh,
sure. You,
VR third person?
I'm sure you'll have the choice. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You just see shit.
Just like
flying
any
at you.
racer.
I mean, I just want a regular ass fucking Twisted Metal.
I have a
Well,
feeling
but
this would be
no,
both.
no, it's going to be.
This
That's
would
the whole
be
thing.
both.
That's
Yeah.
where we are right now, right? Because remember, Sony was like, okay, this is what
Yeah.
we're doing. We're going to make more of our standalone titles
Yeah.
have VR options,
Right.
so people can still play together. But if you want to use VR,
Yeah.
then that works. You know,
and
you can
and
do it.
Twisted Metal fucking, Resistance, Killzone. These are titles that just lend themselves to having both modes
imagine being
easily.
in VR driving in Sweet Tooth's truck?
Right.
You know, can
man.
you imagine the bobbleheads that he'll have
I'll
in
tell
his
you, where is my
truck?
Black remaster right here?
Yeah, Black was dope.
Black
God,
was
that was
good.
such a cool
I
game.
wonder how Black would work currently, because the best part about Black was how the guns felt.
They were
right?
chunky.
They're super chunky, and now that that's kind of a standard,
Yeah.
I wonder what they could do to make it stand out.
And I mean, other games have also kind of taken the destruction, the world destruction stuff to a next level. Because I mean, look, I'm not a Battlefield fan, but Battlefield does a good job of blowing holes in shit.
They have historically. Yes.
And then Rainbow Six Siege,
Yes.
like that's another one that's really good. You can destroy the environment around you. Oh, you hear a guy sneaking through there, you blow a fucking hole in the wall into their head.
Or the guys above you. It's like, okay, well, let me put some C4 right there.
Yup.
Boom! All of a sudden, I'm extracting the hostage through the fucking floor.
man.
Man, like that's hot. And I do feel like I want to see more destructible environments in 2022.
Sure
Dice.
we'll get it.
Well, I mean, hopefully, people, we tend to try to go more for like photorealism.
Yeah.
And the more we lean towards that, the further we get away from, being able to just blow everything up.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, we want to make everything look as cool as possible. And as
Well, it's like the
realistic.
Gran Turismo effect, right?
Right,
Like they kept
yes.
trying to make the cars look more realistic rather than the damage being realistic.
Right.
and
Right.
The
Well,
way
that's also because those automobiles.
they don't want to see their
They
pretty
don't wanna
cars
see
get
that.
all banged up.
You
No.
can't scratch up my
No,
Ferrari?
my Audi, my especially
Audi, yeah.
You talk to Italians about that
Yeah.
shit? Hell no, that's art, man. That's their baby. That's, they don't even say anything. They just, right. And
Yeah,
so
that's why I'm third best.
right. And we do have GT coming very, very soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
It's
do.
looking sick.
Mhm.
It's
Heck
looking
yeah.
really, really good.
Oh, it looks amazing. Yeah.
So what's going on with Battlefield doing refunds?
Yeah,
Speaking
man.
of-
It's
Speaking of
that
Battlefield-
borked. It is that borked.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
So
a lot of
Steam's
people have
doing
been
refunds on
complaining about it because
Yeah.
Steam usually doesn't refund anything if you played it for more than 3 hours.
I don't
Three.
know. They've been
Okay,
doing
yeah.
a lot of refunds
Yeah.
here recently
Because of
we had a
borked
bunch
ass
of-
fucking
yeah,
games.
Well,
that's
yeah.
the thing,
Broken ass games coming
Mhm.
out.
Because one guy was like, there have been articles like following people who have gotten these refunds, because it's not just like everybody can just be like, hey, this game sucks.
Yeah.
Give me my money, right?
Right.
You have to give them a reason. And this one guy's like, well, the problem is that it took me like an hour to 2 hours to get all the settings right and get everything functional and working.
Yeah.
And then another hour to play the game in order to realize just how broken it is, And so they're like, okay, well, you went over your 3 hours, or maybe it's 4, but you went over your allotted time
Right.
limit.
I think it is
but it's
too.
like it took so much time for me to get to play the game,
Right. Before you realized it was broken.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we have to respect that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And I mean, kudos to Steam.
Dude,
Yeah.
Steam's a G about this kind
Yes.
of stuff. They really are.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like a lot of companies can learn a lot.
Because Sony doesn't give a damn.
Well, I mean, when Cyberpunk went tits up, they were
That's
just like,
about the only one that they've done it
Yeah.
for, though.
Yeah,
Most
right?
other things, they're like, well, you've already started the software. Sorry. You've already downloaded it. Sorry. You
Yeah,
know?
well, I don't know. I found that Sony's been like they're usually pretty forthcoming here lately when it comes to giving refunds
Good.
with games. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's
man.
good.
It's better if you get somebody on the phone. I'll tell you that, which
Oh.
takes a long
Definitely.
time. You got to sit on hold.
Yeah.
But in most cases, man, they're just like, all right, man, whatever, dude.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
in this current landscape where more people are gaming than ever.
And everything being digital.
Yeah, I
Because,
was
I
gonna
mean,
say everything's moving pretty much digital.
yeah,
at this
they've
point.
got to compensate for that.
Exactly.
Because it used to be you go into GameStop and be like, fuck this game.
Yeah, trade that bitch in, right?
Yeah.
And so now you just have basically. It's funny to think about it this way, but basically all games are NFTs. At this, if you have a digital only console, I mean, I hope you like NFTs because you don't own shit. You know what I'm saying? And it has no resale value. There's nothing that you can do. And so every dollar that gamers do spend, it's valuable, man. It's valuable because you don't want people just to jump ship and just be like, okay, well, this console over here has a disc drive and I can have physical media, so I'm gonna go that route. But yeah, they've a lot of companies are being really cool about giving people's money back when
Good.
shit is critically borked.
Now,
and
if only we
everyone
could
knows.
have more companies that actually put out non-broken games.
Oh,
wow, I don't think so. I think we
Right.
live in the era of
It's just gonna happen.
open betas, man.
One day patch.
a
or
launch.
first day- launch
Well,
patch.
day one patches
Day
don't
one
even
patch.
fix everything nowadays,
Yeah,
man.
right.
It's like we're just part of an open beta.
Yep.
You buy into an open beta, and that's our landscape.
yeah.
I think the last game that wasn't was what RE Village.
Village was perfect when it came
Yeah,
out. Mhm.
just,
Basically had no problems.
yeah, it just
Mhm.
worked. And so we see fewer and fewer titles like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Man, okay, so did you ever have a Neo Geo Pocket?
yes, I have a Neo Geo Pocket Color.
That is such a fucking rad little system.
It is.
It's got the coolest little. Because it's not a
Analog stick.
It's
but
not an analog stick, but it's not a
D-pad
D-pad.
either. Yeah,
It's like a little 8-way
Little
clicky
nub.
slider.
Yeah.
It's so good. It has the most satisfying little click to it.
Yeah.
Like it sucks that it was only 2 button, but I played this back in the day, so when I saw this, I thought it was like a new one. I
No.
didn't realize it was a re-release.
Right.
But they're
Yeah.
doing like the best thing that they can with it.
Yeah.
They're putting both versions of the game, so they're
Well,
releasing
for those people
SNK
who don't-
versus
yeah,
Capcom
exactly.
Card
Yeah.
Fighter. Right?
Yeah, Nintendo
But there-
Stealth
I don't
dropped
remember what the 2
SNK,
versions
yeah.
are called. There's a
Well,
Capcom
there's
version and an SNK version.
Well, no, what it is, there's SVC Chaos, which was the actual fighter, like
Right.
with the 2 chibis.
Yes.
And then there's the Card Fighter, which is the card game.
Which is
Yeah.
what? Which is
Yeah,
what
that's
the
what's
game is.
coming
That's what's
out.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
SNK versus Capcom Card Fighter Clash.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it's a double pack where you can play the Capcom version or you can play the SNK version, but you can also trade between the 2 save slots because both games use 2 different save slots,
Yeah.
but you can trade cards in between to build like I assume you can build like mixed decks.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
That's a really cool.
It's cool.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's a great idea. I kind of miss those days of like linking Game Boys together and
Yeah.
trading Pokemon.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
that's a cool way with when you go, you have your kids and they got a Switch, they've got a Switch. It's really cool to have a way for those to interact.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I got these cards. Like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I want that card. Oh, you got a card that I want. You can swap, and
Mm-hmm.
you build memories that way. That announcement was really, really cool to me. But the coolest part about it is what it all implies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep, that's it, isn't it?
That's
it's
it.
the meta of the situation. Because am I going to go
Absolutely.
buy this? Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I
Probably
might.
but
yeah, I
'cause
mean,
I've never played it.
It's an $8 game.
It's an $8
dude.
game. It's not
Yeah.
that much. Yeah.
that's huge.
But I also, don't have a Switch.
If I had a Switch, I would
Yeah.
probably buy it.
Right. Yeah.
But what that says to me is like, okay, we're putting SNK versus Capcom back on people's minds.
Right.
Like we're gauging right now, and so that means
Jeez.
a potentiality for a Capcom versus SNK 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least
Or
a re-release
SVC
or of
2.
CVS.
No.
Capcom versus SNK is what we want. Capcom versus SNK 2.
I would.
SNK versus Capcom.
Yeah,
that was-
SVC Chaos was awesome.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
And if they made a
I
sequel
don't
to
know
that,
if they do that.
it'd be a SNK developed.
I
Because that's the only
wonder.
difference
I
between
wonder
the two
because
of them,
it's
right?
kind of like Street Fighter Cross Tekken,
Yeah.
and then the Tekken Cross Street Fighter never actually
Yeah.
happened. They kind
Yeah.
of cannibalized that with Tekken 7 and used
Yeah.
those assets in Tekken 7 for like Akuma and Eliza and those characters. I wonder if they would do another SVC.
Like a
Dude,
brand
it was
new
so
one?
good.
This
I mean,
would-
that
it-
was
it
one of
would
the
be-
last developed SNK developed games on the Neo Geo.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be really freaking cool. If I feel like if anything, you're right. SNK would do it. I don't know if Capcom would do it.
Yeah.
Only because they're going to be putting all their effort into Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And so,
Mhm.
but that would be rocking.
If they actually did the dream of here's both titles.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
great. And what if they did a similar thing to this card game thing where there's unlockables in both of them, but if you have both of them, you can
swap
you know what I
between
mean?
the two.
Like
Swap between-
Yeah.
Hey.
But if they did do another SVC, would you want it to be chibi the same way as SVC Chaos was?
well, that was only chibi on the handheld.
Yes.
On the
Oh yeah, they did actually have a
That's what I'm
console
talking
port.
about.
Yeah,
That shit's
I remember.
amazing.
I
dude.
remember that game.
Yeah, because
now.
it has violent Ken in it.
Yeah, it has violent Ken. It was really good. It was overshadowed for
it
me
had
by
fucking,
CBS.
Firebrand Firebrand in it, dude.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tessa and Firebrand and
Yeah.
fucking man. Yeah, I'd want both. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I want both.
Absolutely.
You know, I almost
Absolutely.
want one of them to be actually a 2D fighter though.
Right.
Yeah.
I would
You know?
take
Absolutely.
CVS 2, man. I'd take a remaster of CVS 2. I'd
Oh,
take that
just
today.
with modern netcode and being
Yes.
able to play it. Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
Give me
dude.
rollback with CVS 2. All
The
of a
groove
sudden,
system is still one of my favorite things in any fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that roster, man.
Yeah, dude.
That
So basically, all
roster.
we're saying is we want another SNK versus Capcom.
Yeah,
Please.
uh-huh.
Just
Well,
say-
Yeah,
Please give
but,
us
but
another
I want
versus
one
game.
from both companies because
Right.
they have like very fundamentally different viewpoints
ways.
on like
yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like that's why I was excited to see Tekken cross Street Fighter. See what
Yeah.
they were gonna do. Because Street Fighter cross Tekken was actually a very good
Oh,
game.
it was great.
Oh, yeah.
And it had its own thing to it. You know what I
Yes,
mean? They
absolutely.
had those gyms where you could change up like
Mhm.
I guess it was just special abilities kind
Yes.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was super cool, you know?
Yeah. So the game played really well.
Mhm.
Just netcode was trash.
Yeah.
And then timing was not on their side as well.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we've
Bob's
just been
Burgers?
kind of
we-
Oh, we're
bouncing
random
around.
on this.
Yeah, there's a Bob's Burger movie coming out.
It's
That's
Bob's
all I wanna
Burgers.
say.
Yeah,
It's
That's
fucking
all
Bob's.
great.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Done.
Just yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
I can't
Yes.
wait.
They can't do wrong with Bob's Burgers.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I've talked to my fiance about Bob's Burgers. She has a lot of shows that she likes to watch and go to sleep to. You know, she likes to watch Archer and different things. And she's never watched Bob's Burger. Like she'll go to sleep to Family Guy. And I'm like, the thing about Bob's Burgers, I'm like, if you watch it, I know that you're gonna like it. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
why she has an aversion to it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because it's called Bob's Burgers. Probably has something to do with that.
Huh, okay.
But I'm always like, if you watch this,
Yeah.
this would invariably become one of those shows that you can just throw on and go to sleep to.
Oh, yeah.
You can rewatch the
you can
same ass
rewatch-
episodes.
Bro,
It doesn't even bother you.
It's
yeah.
great.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. So that's another one. I'm gonna have to throw her into it.
Yep.
Especially
See,
that movie
before-
might be the introduction.
Maybe.
That
Yeah.
might be the way to do it.
You
It's
know what
like,
I'd
hey,
like?
let's watch this movie. And
It's
then,
like a Bob's Burgers beat 'em up, like the old.
oh, that'd be
school
dope. Simpsons
game.
game.
That'd be great.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
You know?
That'd be dope. Bob's Burgers versus
You
the
just
Simpsons.
get all five. It'd be what would be like a 5-person.
Everybody's gonna be
beat 'em
Lisa.
up.
or
Everybody's-
Tina. I'd take Tina.
I'd be
Yeah.
Tina.
I'd be
Hell
Tina.
yeah.
Who's the other sister? It was Tina and
Man, goddamn it, what's her name? Bunny ears.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is her name?
Yeah, it's not Lisa. It's God, what's her name? I think I have a Funko Pop of her. Moth Wolf. What's the bunny ears girl
us out.
on
Help
Bob's
us out.
Burger?
Was
We
that-
don't remember anybody's
Bob's
name.
Burgers.
Remember, except for
Uh-huh.
Bob
Yeah,
and
Because
Lynn.
Linda.
and
yeah,
Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally Linda.
Uh-huh.
No, that would be great. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would.
Eloise.
It's not Eloise. Jesus Christ, never mind.
Or something. We're going with it. Just roll with it. Eloise.
No,
I know,
I
I-
refuse.
I
refuse.
like Teddy, the guy that's always in their store.
Yeah.
yeah. Super good. That would be a really good idea, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that video of the guy who made The Simpsons Hit and Run in Unreal Engine 4?
Totally. Yeah.
Wasn't
Mhm.
that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
It
I
looks
mean,
great.
Yeah, and he put it together pretty quick,
Mhm.
And so it's like, ooh, you were close. What was it? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Louise.
it's
It
just
is. It is Louise. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, that was good. Okay. Yeah. Drop
Close
that.
enough.
Drop
Thank
that.
you.
Drop
Close
that
enough.
E.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Drop that E, and we're good to go. But that's it. Bob's Burgers getting a movie. Also, Bel Air. So we got.
Yeah, watch
Bel
the
Air's
trailer
so
for that.
weird.
Well, do you know the story of it? Like
you talking about, like-
why it exists?
In West Philadelphia, born
and raised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I know
on the
the story.
playgrounds where he spent most of his days.
Yeah.
But no, it's like there was a fan. It was like YouTube fan video that this
okay.
guy made, and it was just like just trailers about Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and it was much more like grounded and realistic.
Right.
So
Right.
It was all about him actually getting into trouble with some guys, and
Yeah.
he was
Being
gonna
a
lot less
they were
of
going
a
to try to kill him.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to try to kill him, so they ended up shipping him off to Bel Air so that he wouldn't get killed by these guys.
Yeah.
And Will Smith actually saw it, and he was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, this is amazing!" So he got in touch with the people, and then they started working on filming Bel Air. So now this
Whoa.
is actually
That's cool.
yeah. So I mean, this is all a labor of love
Yeah.
from somebody who just grew up watching the show,
Yeah.
and made a fanfic. And Will Smith and all of his infinite badassery
Yeah.
is just like, okay, well, bro, let's do it.
So it is the guys that did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
their
cool.
pet project, and
Oh.
he's just like, word. And so did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the trailer's sick.
Like
It
my
looks
mouth
good.
was open the whole time because I was like, I wasn't expecting this.
Right,
This isn't
exactly.
at all.
I wasn't expecting a Fresh Prince,
realistic Fresh Prince,
yeah,
right?
for real,
Yeah.
at all. I was thinking like, well, what is this? Is this it's just gonna be like celebrities or
Right,
whatever?
Right,
Uh-huh.
right, because they could easily just cash grab it,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and just be like, okay, well, we're gonna try to find somebody to play, kind of like the new Coming to America, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like, okay, we're gonna cast some people that are very reminiscent of the previous cast, and it's gonna be a comedy
Right.
and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, nah, man, it's like if you think about it and just remove Will Smith and remove the time period, that story is. It's kind of realistic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
shit does happen in the inner city,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden this guy goes and lives with this rich family, but he's from the hood. You never know how that's going to work. And so, in this one, it looks like that guy, even whoever's trying to kill him, that group that's trying to kill him, also goes to Bel Air. Like, they're actually hunting him down.
Yeah, for real.
And so,
Yeah.
like, it's going to be interesting to see how the whole thing actually plays out.
But they
you
also
know?
still had all of the classic staples of Fresh Prince.
And they had
you know what
Jeffrey,
I mean?
baby.
Dude, Jeffrey's.
They got Jeffrey,
I
baby.
really like Jeffrey. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like
I was
Carlton.
like, Carlton doesn't look corny enough.
No.
to me.
Carlton's gonna be a G. He's
right.
gonna be
He's
that.
actually gonna be like.
Oh my God, he's gonna be super.
He's
fucking
not gonna be
he
the
might not be
fucking
likable.
joke character.
Exactly. Exactly. Carlton's that bad motherfucker. He's like, I'm rich as fuck.
He's
boy.
Flash
Like,
Thompson, is what he is.
Absolutely.
He's fucking
yes,
Flash Thompson.
yes, man.
You know?
Yes, and that's so
Yeah.
smart.
It makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how you really breathe life into an old franchise.
Absolutely.
She
man.
had the I don't know the actress, but she had good Aunt Viv vibes.
Oh,
she
she
yeah.
did.
She
Oh yeah,
totally-
she's like, oh
Okay,
yeah.
I already feel that.
I feel
Okay,
it. Yeah, the second I saw
Yeah.
her, I'm just like, oh my
Yep,
God. And that's
okay.
like old school
Yeah.
Aunt Viv.
Exactly.
Aunt
Yeah,
Viv.
yeah, the first one.
First Viv. Yeah, man. I was just like, oh my God, I'm with it.
Yep.
And so now I do want to know who's going to play Ashley because
Oh yeah.
that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my girl,
Yeah.
man. Sorry, baby. I hope you're not
only-
watching this show.
Maybe. I don't know. We can't
She's like, do not
Yeah.
come home. Like,
the only downside to it is it's on Peacock.
everything.
Everything's on Peacock.
Dude, and I'm kind of like, I want to be mad about it, but
But I
good
mean,
for them.
Hey, they're making it.
They're making it.
They're making
yeah,
it.
well,
And you'll be able to find it eventually.
exactly.
You
And they
know?
were just like, you know what? We've got The Office. And it's like, fuck. Like, like so many people, man. I know so many people that watch The Office, like, constantly. And
Yeah.
they subscribe to Peacock only because The Office is
Because
there.
The Office is on
because
now.
that's what it's almost like their comfort food.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
absolutely.
I'm just going to watch it every day. I go home, I throw on The Office, and start reading a book.
Yeah, Office,
know?
Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
But,
Hey,
good on them.
I mean, are you an Office fan?
I've
watched much of
watched it.
Right.
I don't watch it anymore
Okay.
because I've just seen it so many fucking times.
So, I mean,
That's
have you
kinda what it
actually
is.
like watched it in order, like sequentially, and
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Because one of my girlfriends, we used to watch it together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
dude.
easy to marathon.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Very
you
easy.
You just sit on the couch and like snuggle a little bit, and you throw on The Office, and it's just like
That's a really
Oh,
good
Jim.
cuddle show. It's a
Yeah.
great cuddle show.
absolutely.
Yeah, totally,
I get
man.
it.
Totally. And so I'm all for it, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna subscribe to Peacock, man. Like
I've
we're
got
getting
enough
too close
subscriptions as
to
it is.
right, dude. We're so
You know,
close to just getting
I got
back to
enough as
cable.
it is.
It's almost just cable all over again, and I'm just like, I don't watch enough television for that anyway.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
but I want to see this Fresh Prince.
We'll be able to get it somehow.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
we'll find it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't be purple. Magenta.
So,
What do you think of this?
So Final Fantasy is going to start selling
Yeah,
again?
yeah. We're finally, kind of cresting the hurdle of congestion.
Yeah.
Now that people have, finished the story, now that people are, have reached end game, and you can kind of, you don't have to know life the game so much anymore. People don't have to worry about spoilers so much, all of a sudden queue times aren't nearly as bad.
Oh, it's
that's
okay.
good.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's one of those things. It was only going to last, temporarily. Now, whenever there's new content that drops,
It's gonna
Oh,
happen
yeah, it's
all
gonna
over
happen
see
again.
it
all
again.
over again, yeah.
But we've got contingencies because they're about to add more servers So we're actually going to have the Oceania server added. So that's going to give a lot of those people who have been forced to play on North American or European servers, they'll be able to go on and have much better netcode for themselves.
Yeah.
But it'll also free up a little bit of space for everyone else to actually play within that region.
That's cool.
And so that'll be hype. And so I think it's on the 25th when all of that goes live. They're also going to encourage people to move their home server, so move out of congested servers into less congested servers. They give people rewards for these things as well.
But you're not moving.
Oh, hell no.
No.
I'm Excalibur. That's where I started. That's where I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's a great option for people who don't want to have to wrestle with those queues.
Right.
You just go to a new place and you have, it'll be really exciting to have all those people in that new server and everyone is new to the server, right?
Yeah.
And they all come from different directions. And so that's really cool. Also, they're going to be resuming sales of the game as well. And
does that mean they're also going to do the trial mode again?
No, not yet. Not yet. He said he wants to implement the free trial soon, but he wants to see how the servers work out, how everything plays.
Right.
Matter of fact, he was like even starting to sell the game again right now. Might be jumping the gun. It might be a bit early, but
But I mean,
we're
gonna
do
try.
it.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
might as well.
That's the worst, especially when Endwalker's the shit, dude. If we ever have a chance to actually just have a talk about that story, man, like holy fuck, it's mind blowing. We talked about it for a bit, and like just conceptually, it's like holy fuck,
it's
man,
fucking cool.
it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And so, but it really sucks, you have that, and then you go and you talk to, word of mouth is the best form of advertising, right?
Yeah.
And so you talk to your friends, and they're like, okay, yeah, I'll go home and I'll get that tonight. It's like,
Nope.
no, you won't.
No, you won't.
The thing about that
No,
is,
you won't,
yeah,
actually.
I remember when I first told you about this game, you should have bought it.
So how was that if you already had Final Fantasy 14?
Oh, you can play it.
Well, could you buy Endwalker by itself?
Yeah, you can get the upgrade.
You can
for
get the
it.
upgrade, but you couldn't buy
The base game?
The base game, exactly. You can't buy the complete edition.
Ah,
And so
okay.
yeah. So if you're already a subscriber, if you already play, then you're good, grandfathered in.
Yeah.
But if you are, trying to start from zero, you're gonna have to wait. So sales are going back live, and that's really exciting. We'll see what happens because a lot of people are gonna migrate in. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh, yeah.
happen.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Real shit. So it makes me happy. What also makes me happy is IO Interactive has released some information on Hitman 3. So we've got season 2 starting very, very soon, actually on January the 22nd. And boy, we're also getting a PC release. Okay. PC release. Also, it'll be on Game Pass. So let's keep on going with this. It's on Game Pass. It's
Does that
Game
mean
Pass.
that the next bit
And
of
then
information?
the next bit of information
Yeah.
is that VR is coming to PC. So now instead of just having the controller, because it was already on PS4 and using PSVR, and you had to use your controller to play the game, right? So your hands were always kind of like this. It was kind of weird, right? But you could use your fiber wire and like put the controller around people's necks and choke them out, do things like that, was really cool. The gun aiming was really kind of weird because you had to use the light bar to aim your guns. It was, but you can get over those things,
Right.
But now we're gonna have independent hands,
Yeah.
right? So you can put motherfucker
Dude,
in a chokehold.
just the hand to hand looked amazing.
Yes,
like
sir.
it really looks like they get fucking knocked out. You know what I mean?
Something that you pointed out is like them being able to throw.
Yeah, but the
that
aiming
is
thing.
that's brilliant.
With one hand,
That's
and
brilliant.
Then throw 'em with the other because
Yes.
throwing can be
terrible.
Like,
awful.
It could be so bad in VR.
And it's
You
different
almost
from
have to-
game to game to game, man.
And
And so, but this does you can aim. It's like you can reach out and aim,
Yeah,
but you can also
do it
just
like you would naturally throw something.
well, yeah,
Right.
right.
You know?
But you also can aim from here. So I mean, you can just aim
shoot
with
from
this
the hip?
hand, and exactly because that's what they said. They were like, okay, well, at first people were doing the thing, and they're throwing. They're like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
The more they experimented with it, next thing you know, people are doing like sidearm throws,
Yeah.
they're
nice.
doing like underhand throws, and it's always accurate
Yeah.
because you actually have a targeting reticle.
dude, it's, I got to mention this RE4 VR with the grenades. You know, you can throw the grenades like normal. You can just take a grenade and drop it on the ground if you want to.
Right.
You know? But if you take it and you lower it to your side, it does. It shows you an arc.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And then when you let go of it, it follows the path.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
So
That's
it
nice.
does something different with the throwing, but it's still an improvement on VR throwing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think you do have to kind of balance out how much effort people have to put into playing a game.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
it's like reloading, right?
Right.
Do you really
Oh
want
my
so
God.
much realism, or do you just want to be able to put the next
clip in the gun.
Yeah,
exactly.
and shoot people.
Exactly.
Well,
I think
weren't they saying something else about like with two-handed weapons, like your one of your hands will automatically
now you can stabilize.
lock. Now you can stabilize because that was one of my biggest bugbears with VR is two-handed weapons.
Two-handed weapons are weird.
It's you get noodly wrists
with you not physically holding an object.
Yeah,
you know, then
you don't have
it's,
that feedback.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I mean,
it's hard to know. Like, okay, where am I?
You know who nails it? After the Fall. Now,
Yeah.
After the Fall
Yeah.
nails two-handed weapons. After the Fall, I think also nails
Which I still
reloading.
haven't got a two-handed weapon yet.
Really? Yeah, we got to get those cards, boy.
Yeah, I
Got to
know.
get those discs.
Yeah.
I'm with it though. We could play some.
Yeah.
But it's really really cool the way that they allow you to stabilize. But they also handle reloading really well because they have the realistic reload that gives you more of the currency that you're earning in order to buy upgrades and shit like that. So you can do the thing where it's like you have to pop out the clip and then you have to take the clip. Backup clip from your chest and put it in. Then you got to cock the gun, and every gun has a different slide. So if you don't know how the gun works, and you're being, bounced on by all these zombies, you're
gonna
lock up and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
But they also have another reload functionality where you eject the clip and you just touch your chest, touch the gun to your chest.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And it's great.
Uh-huh.
It's great. It's like how
Well, that makes me think of like House of the Dead. You know, shoot
Absolutely.
outside of the screen.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
that
like
whole-
exactly.
it's like if you
That's
want
good.
if you
Yeah,
want
yeah, dude.
sim, go for sim. But if you want to just have fucking fun playing the game,
Yeah.
then here's a good option for you as well. And so, Hitman 3, man, that's gonna be a game changer. Just having two hands and being 47. For all of you who have not played Hitman 3, it is mind blowing. Even if you're not playing in VR. Definitely buy that game. All of the Hitman series, they're going to release Hitman 3 standalone and also the entire collection. And you can play Hitman 1, 2, and 3, of course, all in the Hitman 3 engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you already have the previous games, get this game, and then you can go back through all those games that you love, and they're going to look phenomenal.
Are they releasing all of that on Game Pass?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Man, and that's going to work in VR?
That's going to work in VR. That's the thing. Now, I've never actually used a Game Pass game in VR, but from what I understand, people have been doing it.
I know Flight Simulator works.
Flight Simulator works.
They say No Man's Sky works, but I
works.
could never get it to boot.
Right.
But that might have been an error on my side.
Right.
It most likely was.
Dude, man, if we're just going to get this for free?
Yeah, insane. It's fucking insane. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, I don't know. I'm
that
a
means
huge
you're
Hitman
going to
fan.
be playing it on
Oh,
PC.
I'm going to be playing Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Expect it. It'll be on the stream.
That most likely the next step will to take that PC version and have a PS5 version for PSVR 2.
Well,
because why would you not do
that's
the
true.
same control scheme?
Well, especially
over
because Hitman 3 already exists on PS5.
So that'd just be Hitman 3 Year 3, most likely. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if it'll even be that far.
It
That might
depends
end
on
up
when
being,
the PSVR 2 launches.
Well,
That's
it
really
might end up being a
the
launch
thing.
title for
Right.
PSVR 2.
It might be.
That would be really smart
Yeah.
to have that in that launch window.
Hey, you already have this? Guess what? Works for PSVR 2.
Absolutely. Dude, I'm willing to put money on it. Scott,
Yeah.
you want to bet?
No. No. I learned my lesson the last time.
Faux pas.
No.
Faux pas.
Faux pas.
You ain't getting no more of my fives.
I'll put money on it, dude. It's going to be within that launch window.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Absolutely. That's just smart.
Yeah.
That's just smart play.
Yeah.
And so, on the subject of VR,
Yeah, speaking of VR.
Oh, Zenith.
get it.
Yeah.
Dude, Zenith looks crazy. A lot of people
looks good.
are calling it like Sword Art Online.
It's
Well,
really
because everybody just wants SAO.
That-
So
everybody
yeah.
they're
wants
going to
SAO.
call everything SAO.
Oh, it's Sword
They're
Art
gonna call-
Online.
I'm not going to play VR till
well,
you get nerve
everybody
gear.
wants
Yeah.
SAO, but like I'm gonna say
Nobody
this
wants
looks, this
actual
looks
nerve gear.
This looks like aesthetically, it looks a lot more like dot hack sign,
It
Yeah.
does.
which
Yeah,
nobody wants because
Right.
that show's fucking boring.
Well, the show's boring, but all the games were
The games
good.
are
All the
good.
games are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, I mean, having a VR MMO, and here's the thing, right? That this is a pioneer,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know,
eventually
so-
this was going to happen.
right? Well, and it's gonna be wonky.
It's
Like,
not
it's gonna-
boring.
It is.
Them's fighting words.
I know.
Apparently.
Did you ever play Them's Fighting Herds? We need to get that.
No, what is that?
You don't know Them's Fighting Herds?
Uh-uh.
It's a fighter where you use like barnyard animals
Oh
and
my
shit.
god.
Oh no, it's dope.
Oh my god.
They're like no, they're all ponies. I think they're all like like My Little Pony.
Oh,
know what I'm talking
I
about?
do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We need to get that. We need to get that. I
Oh,
forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it is. I mean, you look at it and it's like, okay, I can see that there are going to be some holes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just being able to get together with your friends and have a large scale adventure. I mean, they have flight in that game, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like being able to fly around with your
Amazing.
friends, like that's awesome. Their crafting system looks really cool, where you actually have to like cook things and like
The combat looked like it had gesture based for magic.
Uh-huh.
It's like, cool.
Yeah, and then they released the information that is coming out on the 27th of this month. And so, it's a couple of weeks out.
So
man.
that's for PC, PSVR. It's not Quest.
I don't think it's PSVR. I think it's PC and Quest.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's
That
PC
make-
VR
that
and
makes
Quest.
Yeah.
that
I don't
actually
know
makes
if it's
a lot
coming
more
out for
sense.
PSVR.
I have a feeling it is, but we could be wrong on that one.
Right,
We could-
right. I mean,
yeah.
it should.
Yeah.
It definitely should. But I think that this is, once again, still because they've had 2 betas over the past month and a half.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Mhm.
And so,
And
a
people
lot of
like it.
people are loving it.
Mhm.
They love it, man.
I mean, people already love VR chat,
yes.
and you don't even do anything in VR
Oh,
chat.
Right.
folks gonna be
You
getting
know?
freaky in that
Dude,
mother. Oh
seriously,
my
yeah.
god,
Uh-huh.
dude! Oh, it's gonna get bad in there. It's gonna get so bad. They're gonna have to pull that game down. It's like,
Or just have adult only servers.
Uh-huh.
something
Oh,
like that.
no.
You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
and then the mod community is gonna get a hold
Oh,
of
you
your
know it.
shit, and
Uh-huh.
folks gonna have like just dick swinging around.
No, that's VR chat for you.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It's Uganda Knuckles or like fucking.
Oh my god! But I'm excited for it. I got a friend at work. We were talking about it. He's gonna pick it up,
Yeah.
and so.
Oh, cool. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. We should squad up, man.
Okay.
There's no reason to not check out a VR MMO.
Yeah.
There's
Absolutely.
no reason to not do that.
Well, there's that VR JRPG that I was telling you guys about, but it's also kind of like a hentai game.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
yeah,
What?
it's called.
What is this that you never
like-
told me about?
I mentioned it.
See,
I
this is
know
what I'm
I
talking about. This
mentioned
is
it.
why you need
Yeah.
VR.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
you
piquing
can
my
tell us
interest
about
again.
this
Wait a minute.
hentai shit.
Yeah. I can't fucking remember the name of it. I played a little bit of it, and it's funny, but it definitely does the JRPG pretty well in a
Okay.
VR space. You
I
know,
gotcha.
I
Right.
didn't like the
I don't
attacking.
know, I can't-
I
Wait,
thought
is it
was
the
kinda
one
shitty.
that's like kind of very similar to God? What was the name of that RPG? The one that was
Quest
before?
64? It's,
Yeah.
No, but that game is funny. No, the one. What? Come on,
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest. Thank you so much. Did it kind of look like Dragon
It
Quest?
has a little of a Dragon Quest look to it. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
Okay.
a little bit more generic anime rather than Toriyama, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon Questy. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
But with boobs.
No.
I mean,
Dragon-
boobs make everything.
Dra-
good.
Right.
Dragon
everything.
Quest with
Maybe not
actual
everything.
puppets.
Not everything.
Not everything.
Not all ninjas.
Hey.
And, and so I'm with.
What
So
is
Scott,
this?
would you play it? Would you play a VR MMO?
Or MMO?
God damn it! This man,
We said one word, and that's all we can think about now.
We lost him.
Wait.
He's like a VR
Wait,
hentai
oh,
game.
wait,
Where'd the
Mm.
hentai go?
Sorry.
Are there tentacles in this game?
Yeah, going back to my time
Am
with
I the
Suji
tentacle
Nogi.
rooster?
Not safe for work, guys. Not safe for work. Would I play a
Like an MMO, like a VR MMO? Really? Yeah.
eh.
But you'd feel more like getting out of people's way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Well, this is,
I
you
wonder
know,
if there will be collision.
I was trying to say this to you the other night, but I think both of us were drinking enough to where I couldn't make the point clearly, and we had zombies to shoot.
Okay.
What I was trying to say when we were playing After the Fall is, when you're playing a VR game with other people, and then you start looking at somebody's character like it's just another character in a VR game, and then
You're
there's
like,
this
"Whoa,
moment
man."
that you have, you're like, oh shit, you're another person, and I'm really in your space
Uh-huh.
right now. And
Real-
I'm
and
sure
you
this
feel
is kind
it,
of
man. It's
creepy.
just like,
Yeah.
Right, because it gives you that sixth sense of
Like,
presence.
back up,
like
and that's the thing, man. It's like those terrible commercials, just like, VR's for gamer nerds, and I'm working out on a mountaintop and all that kind of shit. And it's like, oh, so you think VR isn't a thing until we have multiplayer? What do you call this? But at the same time, it's like,
God damn it.
VR multiplayer is something very special.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, and it is that is the thing that'll increase our user base exponentially is just the ability to play a game, and it's like, okay, there's Scott. You know what I'm saying? There's Phil.
It's me.
And here we seriously,
dude,
like
when we get the Firewall 0 hour of next generation, where it's way more a Rainbow Six Siege, and where you can really hear like you can hear the other team communicating from a distance. There's
gonna be so
stuff.
much money in it.
It's gonna be. Ooh,
there's gonna be so much money.
It's like you said, if you put Call of Duty in VR and you make it easy for people to play and the controls good, then you make so much fucking money.
You
just
win
right off. Oh shit, Reno!
Yo, Reno! Yo, what up?
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, welcome to the family. Welcome to the squad, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And so, but it will completely. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the love.
Yes,
thank you for the
absolutely.
support. Shout out to you.
Because you know the way the proximity chat in After the Fall works, where you like, dude. I wish we could let you check this out, but we'd have to do a lot of stuff to boot it up and everything. But like, you can go into an open area and you have this vague like hall-like reverb, and then you can go into a small tiled room, and that small tiled room has that like bathroom sound to it. So actually going into a different space gives you a completely different acoustic environment. It's amazing,
really
and it's such a subtlety, you know. But would you even notice that in a non-VR game?
Probably not.
Maybe not.
No,
you know?
it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same.
You know,
no.
I mean, you might be like, oh yeah, this audio is really cool.
Well, because I think Last of Us 2 actually does this same thing.
Oh yeah,
but it doesn't. It's not around you. It's not as obvious, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not you.
Yeah,
that's the difference. The difference is that's you.
That's you.
That's you. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're having that conversation, you're talking to your friend, and then you hear that, and both of you are geeking out over it. Like, you know, we'll spend more time in like VR lobbies half the time than playing games.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just having.
We never have played Echo VR.
Well, I think we played one round, didn't we?
No.
We
didn't even play one round.
We played for hours.
We played for a long time and didn't actually play a round of the game. Yeah. We played with each other in the practice space.
Yeah, we were like throwing the disc around and throwing all the stuff. Yeah,
which that was almost good enough.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like multiplayer in VR. I mean, that's next level, and I'm happy to see that Sony's leaning as heavily into it as possible because
they need to start getting more sports in it. They need to start getting more multiplayer focused group activities.
Absolutely. Like PSVR 2 is so important to VR gaming because a lot of people think that VR is dead. People have always tried to convince me that VR is dying or dead, and I'm just like, nah, man. You know,
VR just has narcolepsy.
You know,
wake back up. You just hold on.
You know, it's baby steps, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we're playing fucking Frogger here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then with something like, you know, Zuck running around, you know, dropping the Quest, and nothing against the Quest or Quest 2 users.
It's solid.
It's solid, but it is holding us back. It's holding developers back. It's holding everybody back because what you need is a really powerful bit of architecture in order to make VR, I guess, more present.
Yeah.
You know, more 2022.
We need the fidelity of at least what high-end PS4 games look like. At least that, if not even better. To really
like having
sell
to
a lot
render
of people
twice. I mean, that's so
Well,
taxing.
I mean, how many times on PS4 games would you see the trailer of it flat and go, I mean, this looks like a fucking PS3 game. This looks like it's, you know, like old kind of. But then you play it and you're like, oh, okay, now that I'm here, the presence of it makes it great.
Exactly.
Well,
it's hard to sell people.
A lot of that's like just internet just compressing the video a lot of times.
Some of the time.
Some of the
it's
time,
just clearly that it's not powerful enough to run it.
That's the problem. The problem is that the
Yeah.
hardware isn't powerful enough to really push the limits. Like you're never going to get a Oculus Quest 2, or I guess it's Meta, right? So
the
Meta Quest 2
Scrooge
game that looks anything close to like a current gen PC title or PS5 title or even a PS4 title in a lot of cases, right? But now we're about to have that. And so that's really going to push, like we're about to jump generations in VR.
Right.
You know, like we're about to leapfrog a whole generation into something really new and spectacular. And so it's about to get really exciting, man. And I'm all for it. Like I'm super hyped for it. Super hyped for it.
They're supposed to be in production right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I got my money already put aside, sir. You know, how much do you think it's going to be?
I think if they make it more than 5, then they're stupid.
Right.
I think they have to make it 5, especially considering that you can get a Quest 2 for 3.
I think $399 is the sweet spot.
That's a perfect spot for it.
I think that's the sweet spot.
Yeah, because you gotta think that they are including controllers, so headset and controllers
They'll
together.
probably have a $299 version without the controllers, and so you can just play
you
with.
think so?
I wonder because they did that with PSVR. Remember?
Yes,
there was
but
a
this
PSVR
is going to be
version
way more essential to having these controllers.
That's
I
very
think.
true.
I
Like you kind of have
yeah.
to have it. Yeah, that's very, very true.
The question is, how long is it going to take them for us to get our aim replacement?
Ooh, yeah.
Would you say that's a launch accessory, or would you say
they,
that's a?
I mean, they could if they launch with a new Farpoint. Because I'm sure they're going to launch with Farpoint 2. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Astro's Playroom 2. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah,
And
dude,
no, Rescue Mission.
I would
Astro's
actually say
Rescue Mission 2.
that I bet that Astros game is going to be a pack-in.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I bet they're going to do the same thing they did with the PS5 and be like, here's already some amazing software that you can play day one right here.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, dude. And that would be a system seller. Like, look, man, for
yeah.
anybody who hasn't played Rescue Mission, man,
Yeah.
that's like one of the best platformers ever made.
Yeah.
Astrobot's
the shit. I'm so glad that Sony has a new platformer like franchise that they're actually going whole in.
Yes.
And they also just make the cutest references to everything.
Yes, absolutely. To themselves.
To themselves.
To themselves.
Yep.
It's like, here's why we're awesome. And then you're like, yeah, you are.
Yep, you are awesome.
Yeah, super awesome. And so, like, I can't wait. We got to convince this man to get on board.
Good luck.
So we're gonna need you guys to hook up our Patreon so this man, because he's not gonna buy it.
Hell no.
Not
unless someone else buys it for me.
We gotta get him a PS5.
We got to get him.
Yeah,
God, that's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
That's the
I'm
hurdle.
starting from ground zero.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
y'all want to buy me one? I'll fucking play it.
Well, yeah, we're gonna crowdfund this.
I'll move my bed out of the room. All I gotta do is flip it up on the wall.
Yeah, who needs a bed? Who needs a bed?
Who needs a bed? I need
Bed.
a
This guy with
toaster on my
beds.
head.
Beds. Beds. Just have a Murphy bed.
Murphy bed.
Yeah, you know the
ones
that
that
go up in the
roll.
wall.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect for VR.
He's got to tear a hole in the wall. You'll be fine.
So what the fuck's up with Leap?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know why this is on our news for the week.
Just what you sent
I
us.
didn't put that on the list.
Yeah, you did.
No, did I? I don't think I did. Anyway, well, Leap is a. I mean, I sent a trailer totally, but that was more like a hey, check this out, it's pretty cool. It's a first-person shooter once again, but it's all like kind of focused on chaos. Like people have like wingsuits and various, modes of traversal. Like it starts off, this dude's like, in full body armor, but he's like in a floating in the middle of a river. And he's like, today he's taking a day off. You know?
I did watch that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it a few minutes ago.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they show you like all the gunplay and everything.
Yeah.
And, it gets kind of more like wacky in there. And then, of course, that big laser that comes out of the sky and blasts him. And And so, but the thing about that was interesting to me is just like, FPSs have been done to death, right? Like, they're just, and it's par for the course. We expect
This
that.
seems like a multiplayer, like team shooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. But they are leading more into that comedic aspect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's refreshing. I think we need more of those games. Do you remember? I mean, it's not a first-person shooter. Do you remember The Bard's Tale?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, tiddly beer. I that's another thing that I really dig about Deathloop.
Yeah.
Is that as self-aware as it is, and as serious and violent as it is, it has a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
I
like
want-
why you loved It Takes Two so much.
right,
Or why absolutely.
let's bring the fun back to gaming,
Totally.
please. Like
Yeah.
I really don't care so much about us, going for always, photorealism. Like,
Right.
oh my
Yeah.
God, these physics are just like
Right.
real life.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
okay, well, sometimes I just want
That's
to cut
cool.
loose
There's
and
a
have a
place
good
for
time.
that, but I play games to have fun. So.
Well,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and then in the opposite direction with that too, not exactly. Like stuff like the way that like Elden Ring. You know, Elden Ring looks better than the older games, but they're not going for photorealism.
Right.
They're going for style. They're going for their world, right? And because I'm tired of seeing the most realistic trees and all that stuff.
Because everything looks the same.
That has
a
place, right? Yeah, it looks like outside.
Yeah, I can go
fucking
outside.
Seen that.
Right. I see it every day. For real, dude. All of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, here's a photorealistic Shenmue.
Yeah.
This is the best controlling forklift that we've ever designed. And it's like, really? It's like, you want to wait tables? Like, God damn, no.
These gotcha machines feel real.
VR Shenmue.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No.
No, no, just no.
That'd be so bad.
I know. I kind of want it.
I just don't want to see those
Three
old
is
ladies
atrocious,
staring at me,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
I'm like, mm-mm.
Have you?
Hey, Dio.
Dio.
Cries in Unreal Engine 5.
You know-
Nice.
yeah, right.
Very realistic
Oh,
tears.
now speaking of
Do you
Unreal
know where I
Engine,
can find some sailors?
it's like, oh, yeah, that's gonna be at the manhole down the street.
the manhole. Seriously.
Yes. Yeah, there's tons of semen in there. Trust me.
Or you could try the toolbox down the street.
You know, just ask for Razor. Trust me. But look, dude, talking about cries in Unreal Engine 5. Did y'all watch that Star Wars?
Oh yeah,
The
first day.
day?
thing.
You didn't watch
I
it?
love that
Oh
shit.
my god.
That really, they were just showing off how shiny Captain Phasma is.
Yeah.
That's all they were trying to do. Look,
Yeah, totally.
ray tracing.
Reno,
Look.
did you see that Unreal?
It's a mirror that walks like a person.
Really? Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
I mean, see,
and no
dude,
one would realize it's Brienne of Tarth.
Actually, I have seen that. Is that with like her walking in to like an elevator, and you have those two stormtroopers like?
No.
talking shit?
That's
a different thing?
that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different thing. This is about two stormtroopers, and one of them is his first day out of the academy.
Yeah.
And so he's talking to the other stormtroopers, like, oh, you know, they're standing guard outside of a building, and the one guy's just like super stoic, of course,
Yeah.
doing the stormtrooper thing. The other guy's just like, you know, piddling around. He's like, God damn it, like it's so fucking boring. He's like, hey man, you know, he's like, first day, and the guy's like, no, and the guy's like, no, it's my first day.
It's my first
you know,
day.
I'm first out of the academy, man. This is great. You know, look at this gun. You know what I'm saying? He's just like being a complete goof, man. And he's like, okay, so what are we doing? What are we guarding here? And the other guy's like, don't know. And he's like, wait, you didn't ask? You know, he's like,
Yeah, right.
it's better to not. You know, it's like, he's like, oh, you know, after all these countless, you know, battles that you've been through, you're battle hardened. You know, he's like, oh, well, you know, the suit's really riding up in some odd places. You know, like, these boots are really tight. I'm gonna have to get these fitted. You know, and he's just annoying the shit out of the other stormtrooper. And it comes to be that they're just like guarding like an outhouse.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Just a star toilet.
Just a star toilet, you know. And so, but it's just
good
showing
shit.
off Unreal 5,
Oh,
Unreal
yeah,
Engine
yeah.
5, and yeah, it's just really, really cool.
Well, dude, everything in Boba Fett is all Unreal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh, shit,
they're
really?
leaning all the
I
way
was
into it,
about
dude.
to say that was the
Might as
same
well.
for Mandalorian.
Same for Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that about Mando. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it.
Yeah,
of
man.
course it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
but the thing is, like the turnover time to get these graphics pumped out, and the ability for them to do like the background projections on the LED screens and all this kind of stuff, just makes 3D rendering especially if you're only going for TV quality. Because I mean,
Right.
it doesn't look as good as, like, let's say the best new movies, right?
Right.
But it still looks
Oh,
fucking
no, it's
great.
pretty damn
And it
close.
looks consistent.
Yes,
Everything
and
looks
it's very
consistently
consistent.
good.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
That's the key right there. Is consistency.
Yeah, that's
Consistency
what-
and
that-
things
that
looking
creates
grounded
immersion.
there. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't tell you about the Hut twins, did I?
excuse.
Yeah, there's some new huts that roll into
God,
town.
Really?
Oh, you
Uh-huh.
did tell me about these.
The
Yeah.
mobster. The mobster.
They're
I
all,
know.
They're
I know.
all
I just
the
gotta-
huts are
I
mob-
don't know.
They're
Look, man.
all in the family,
Look, dude,
man.
Grogu's a thing, okay? Like, I'm just saying.
He's a
people
little
take-
murderer. What are
right?
you talking about?
There's-
Eating all that dude's
I
eggs?
know,
Or-
just popping
Oh,
them.
just
what's
popping
up?
those
Popping 'em.
eggs.
What's up, man?
Oh my
That's
God.
her kids.
Uh-huh.
That's her children.
Bro, that's
you
the
monster.
mission. That's the whole reason why
Looks
we're
like
here.
pickles to me.
Uh-huh. And he's just like,
Yeah.
pops that one more.
Like, get that out of your mouth. It's like- I love
This
that
cute
shit.
little baby
I love
is
that
a
shit.
fucking monster.
Fucking murderer. Look at his cold black eyes.
That's right.
You never know, man.
Like,
Next thing you know, you're
Cold
gonna have
eyes.
like
dolls.
I wonder if that's gonna be a thing for Halloween, like sexy Jabba. It'll be sexy Hut. You know,
Is that not already a thing?
it probably
Sexy,
already
though.
Go
is.
online. I'm sure there's some fan art.
R34.
somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
You know, sexy Huts.
There has to be.
Oh, that's awesome. The Old Republic MMO showed a hut in Carbonite.
Oh,
that's
that's
hot.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
I've
cool.
seen that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that has to be a lot of carbonite.
Seriously. Huh?
Yeah, dude.
Or maybe it was a little hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza.
Disgusting.
We gotta do a Spaceball
Disgusting.
episode.
Hell
we
yeah, we
have
do.
to do a Spaceballs episode.
Oh yeah.
So Scott, this one's on you. Suikoden remake?
I told you to take that off the list.
Why?
Did you?
Y'all don't listen.
It's not a.
It's not
I
real.
don't think it's a remake.
I don't think it's real.
It's not a remake.
Okay. Well, go ahead. What do you know?
Well,
Well,
what
this
I-
is the thing. Like we did the research.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a thing?
It's
Well,
not a
I feel better.
remake.
Oh.
It's a spiritual successor to the Suikoden
Yeah.
series.
Okay, yeah.
Theoden Chronicles, which
Yeah.
they've been promoting on
I feel
Kickstarter
so
for
much
a long
better.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I feel so much better.
And I am hype as fuck for this. It looks
Right.
so good. Have
But
you
it-
seen
but
it?
it is-
No.
It's
Here's
basically
why-
new
here's why I was like,
Suikoden,
take
though.
it off.
It
Right.
is.
That's why I was like, take it off the list
Yeah.
because somebody at my job brought it up to me. They were like, he also said, he's like, they're remaking Chrono Trigger. And I was like, no, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they are, but nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dude? And then he was like, but he doubled down.
Quit
And then he was
playing
like,
games with my heart.
I'm serious, right? I'm serious. So I go back and I'm busy. I am
Don't
super
fuck
busy.
right.
I'm swamped at work, and I go get on my phone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm looking it up. I'm like, this ain't real, man. And then he comes back and tells me the same thing about Suikoden. And then I did research and couldn't find anything on
Right.
it. So I was like, just take it off because I have nothing to back
It's
this
a
up.
spiritual.
So if there's actually validity,
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
There's a spiritual successor. Again, they've been they definitely reached the goal, and they've been actively developing it for a little while now. I think in one of our early episodes, we actually promoted the Kickstarter because
Yeah.
I want this fucking game.
Yeah.
Suikoden 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Absolutely.
So, give me a spiritual successor, and just guys, go look at the trailers.
Eowyn
for this shit.
Chronicles.
It's
So-
Eowyn Chronicles.
okay,
It
so that's what
looks
you're looking for.
amazing,
Yes.
and it's
I'm
made by the
excited.
same. It's made by the same guy.
Yeah.
That created.
And a handful of the original
Awesome.
team.
And a handful of his
Awesome.
original
Yeah.
team.
So
Ah, that
we
makes me so
are,
happy.
but we're not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It
Yeah.
is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
God, man.
That's a good compromise,
Yeah.
though. Like, I mean, if that's the way they got to do it, I mean,
down.
I want to see the.
I've wanted this game for a year
Dude,
now.
I want
since
this-
I heard about.
I want
was
this
like, give it
treatment
now.
for Ogre Battle.
And they're talking about
Oh, wow, that'd be
yeah,
great.
exactly. Then they're talking about a fall 2022 release date.
Okay, so this
So-
year.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
cool. So
year,
relatively
God, get
soon.
your wallets ready because we're
Please.
about to get murked.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Shut up and take my
I
money.
want an Onimusha remake.
Oh
That's
man,
what
you
I
remember
want.
That
the
would
third
be
one
hype.
with John Reno in it?
Yeah,
That shit was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's right. Ancient Japan and John Reno. I don't know either. We just did it.
Tom
Like,
Cruise was the last samurai.
I think Jean Reno makes more sense.
It
Actually,
does.
Like-
Even though that movie was awesome.
oh yeah, no,
Like,
that
it was
movie is
really
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
It was
Uh-huh.
really
good
good.
movie.
Yeah, dude. I was fully prepared to hate it.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
but it's actually a pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's also great that he's just a complete alcoholic at the beginning of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And she's
God.
like, "Why is this drunken pig in my house?"
Yeah.
That-
Dude, she hates
She
him.
fucking hates him.
Fucking hates
Well, he
him.
killed her husband.
Well,
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
and then
there's a
she's
reason
got
for
to
that.
fucking take care of him.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck.
I mean, understandable, but
Man.
damn.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause it's that,
speaking-
it's that
speaking-
passive aggressive Japanese rage.
Oh,
God,
dude.
That's
That's the next level.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't
Stone
felt,
hard over
you ain't
here,
Felt
just-
spite till you get that Japanese spite.
I'm telling you, it makes fucking poltergeists. That's what that
Absolutely. Yeah. The
makes
fucking
some
grudge.
bad shit happen in a temple. That's what. Well, don't go in there without a camera.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God!
Are we-
Yeah,
are we,
give me a
uh,
VR
yeah.
fatal frame, boy.
Man, VR Fatal Frame. VR Fatal Frame. That's the
That would
last
be cool.
thing. We gotta.
No brainer, man.
Ugh.
No brainer. Speaking of
Yeah.
alcoholics, I guess we have
Are
to.
we just trying to stave off
Yes.
the inevitable? Is that all
Yeah,
we're doing?
that's why I got sad when you started talking about the alcoholic and everything, and I'm just like, fuck, I imagine somebody waking up and chugging a beer
Yeah.
immediately when he woke up, and fuck.
No.
All right, how do we do this?
It's-
well,
it's
how do we
time.
get there?
I have a
Our
question.
topic today.
I have a question, guys. Are we ever gonna watch good movies again?
Yeah, dude. You
Yeah,
know what?
you know
I
what?
was
Next
going
week
to ask
we
that.
have to
no,
watch a new
this
movie.
week I want to watch I Melt with You.
Okay.
We need to watch I Melt
okay,
with You.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, like it's that. We
Okay.
need to do this because
So-
like
that's the thing that we do anyway. We need
Right.
full understanding. And a movie that isn't just ass. Can we please
like,
not watch another assy movie?
they're so bad, and there's
They're
so
so
many
bad.
bad ones,
I
and
will-
we keep watching them.
Okay,
But
so
I could
what-
do-
what-
I could
what
do
did we
other things.
What did we do last week? It was so forgettable. I don't even remember.
Matrix.
Matrix.
Oh,
okay,
what?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Matrix.
That movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mattress. The mattress.
This was more enjoyable than that movie.
I
had a good time.
I had a better
I
time.
I will
with this
say,
one.
yeah,
I had a
that's
good
true.
time
That's
ragging
true.
on it.
I
It
you
is-
know, I actually have a really, really good thing here. Okay,
Mhm.
like I feel like I constantly went back and forth with this movie from being like, "How cool!" to "Fuck, this movie's so bad." Like almost constantly the
Well,
whole time.
I think it was like my moment of okay, this is badass was like in the first 10-ish minutes, and I was like, okay, I see what they're trying to put together.
Right.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like, oh, you just didn't do
there's
it.
no meat on
No.
these
You just
bones.
refused to. Yeah.
Well, okay, so overview.
Mhm.
It's not a good movie, but if you get some friends together and some beers,
And-
it
and-
might be a little
right.
fun to rag on.
If
it.
you know
Yeah.
enough about Resident Evil, this is really good to dig into all the flaws.
if
It's
it was a
frustrating.
fan
But
film,
it's mostly frustrating.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
frustrating
this is my
as a
point.
fan.
Yeah.
This is probably the best fan film I've ever seen.
False.
Uh,
I think there are better YouTube videos.
like, well,
YouTube
yeah,
fan
like,
fa- yeah,
like,
totally.
like that Power Rangers.
I
one.
mean,
that was amazing.
there's
Yeah,
better
like, I got you.
R34 video content.
Well, but I guess what my point is though that if this was a fan film, I would be able to excuse it a lot more.
yeah.
I would not. Only because my biggest problem is that they take so many pieces
Oh,
of
yeah.
so many different games
Yeah.
and try to slam it all together.
Yeah.
At least a fanfic would be like, okay, we're going to start with Resident Evil 0.
Yeah,
Or we're going to
yeah.
do Resident Evil
Yeah.
1.
Mhm.
We're not going to be like, here's a piece of Code Veronica.
Right.
And then here's a piece
Nah,
of
man.
1.
And they made
then
it
here's
all
some
so
2,
obvious with
and
the
then
way that
here's
they
a
fucking-
train.
He had a big canister that said Ashford Twins
Oh, and
on
then
it.
they had a
knocked
video.
it out of the way. Yeah,
they had a
Yeah.
video with the Ashford twins. And look, that was probably one of the best parts of the movie. They cast those twins very well.
No, they looked
the
exactly
twins
like
look
it.
great.
Mhm.
They look really, really good. They didn't do shit.
Alexander and Alexia.
I don't
Yes.
know. I think the
Yeah.
I think the best part of the movie was at the very end. They're on the train. You know,
Now we're in 0.
Nothing but a G thing comes rolling in, and like rips the roof off the train. And you know, of course, Chris Rockfucker Redfield is
Yeah.
about to go, you know, punch him up. But then, you know, baby boy Kennedy comes out.
Babyface.
Babyface Kennedy
God,
comes out with a fucking
Fucking
rocket
rocket
launcher
launcher.
and shoots the motherfucker. And what is Chris
While
Rock?
Chris
what,
is right
Dude,
next
No,
to
no,
the
that's
what
so
is-
stupid.
What
Dude.
does he do? He just
tucks
tucks
his head.
He just
Yeah.
tucks his rock. You know why? Because he's a rock fucker, man. That rocket ain't gonna do nothing with it.
It's the same, dude. It's the same thing with the. It's the same thing with the helicopter crash when
Yeah,
Jill saves
that was from Resident
saves
Evil 2.
Wesker, right?
Right. That never happened to
It
the
didn't
Arcade
happen,
Mansion.
and it also wasn't Brad Vickers driving
No.
the motherfucker.
Nope.
Okay, Brad Vickers got his face tentacled up by Nemesis in
Yeah,
3.
absolutely.
Like, and where the fuck is Barry?
And where
Yeah,
the fuck is
That's
Barry?
the most
Fuck.
egregious
Where
sin.
is Barry?
Where the fuck is Barry? You're
Where's
gonna
Barry,
have
man?
a Jill sandwich
Without
reference
Barry?
without Barry.
She was not the
Go
master.
fuck
And then
yourself,
they even
movie.
started off when I knew that I was going to hate this movie is when they focused so heavily on Claire picking Chris's lock.
That was so.
And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
come on,
So
guys.
Jill's
Yeah.
in the movie, but Claire's
Yeah.
the one that lock picks. It's like, wait, what's going on here? And then the casting.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the casting?
Okay, see, I love Irons. I love Irons.
Oh, he was good.
Dude,
He was
Irons
good.
is,
even
like,
though he was a
perfect.
complete idiot.
Oh, he's an idiot.
But
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
Irons turn? Didn't we kill him in the parking garage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
And
wrong.
so I was waiting for that to
right.
happen.
Right.
You know, because he was down there.
But they did get the key to get to the equipment room from Irons, which is what Claire did.
But
in
they
the,
also
in the,
got
right?
the whole set of keys from Lisa Trevor,
They
which
had all the diamond,
and they left it.
and then they left it in the
they
wall.
left it in the wall.
And why would the keyhole be on the door instead of
And how did
fucking
nobody
stupid.
see Lisa Trevor? Why was she in an orphanage? Why? Look,
They're
okay,
like,
that-
hey, hey, it's
That
Lisa
is
Trevor.
one of the darkest stories
Right.
in
And
Resident
and they just
Evil.
skip over it, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of the darkest
Dude, the
stories.
whole
Like,
time,
Lisa's,
dude, I didn't even recognize her as Lisa Trevor. That's
Right.
the thing. I was just like, who is this?
Who the fuck?
Yeah. Well,
Why
then
is
she shows her bracelet. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Look.
really?
Yeah.
Hey,
that it?
Lisa Trevor? You
yeah.
know, it's like, oh, friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not how that went. She was
No,
looking for her mom's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. They just take, that's why, like, I have a hard time trying to figure out who this movie's for.
Wesker's an idiot in this.
Wesker's a bro.
Wesker's a
came
total
back from
bro.
football practice.
Well, that's Tom Hooper Duper right there.
Right.
You know. So.
right. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing against him as an actor.
No, not
Yeah.
at all. I
That's
think
a
he does
terrible-
a pretty good. I think he does a pretty good. That's the thing is I don't necessarily hate anybody in here as actors. I
Right.
hate them as these characters.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely.
right,
Because
right.
Wesker was never clueless.
No,
No,
Wesker knew what
Wes-
the fuck
dude,
He was always the only one that knew what the fuck was going on, and he's just
Exactly.
luring
He
everybody
was
into
the highest
shit.
level of these secret ops.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
exactly. You
he's-
know, and here Stars isn't really like a special
not
ops
really a
team.
thing, yeah.
Nah, man. They're
so
just
Ada is credited in the thing.
It's an
Ada,
after credit.
You didn't see the after credit
After-credit
sequence?
scene.
Yeah.
It's
where,
where-
hey,
it's
this
where
whole thing's
Wesker-
gonna be a spoiler cast, just so
yeah,
you know.
by the way,
Just
spoilers.
fuck it.
Don't watch
Fuck
this
it.
movie.
Don't
Yeah,
watch the
the
movie.
spoiler
unless
is-
you have friends around and some beers.
Yeah,
And then-
spoiler,
and
it's
then-
bad.
It's
Yeah,
bad. It's super
spoiler.
bad. It's super
I don't
bad.
think that
But
was a spoiler.
in
I think
the-
most people could tell from the trailer.
just from
that
the
was
trailer.
really
Oh my
bad.
God,
The
dude.
CG is
You
so
said
shit.
It. You
The
let into
CG
it. Okay, look, hold on. The post-credit sequence was Wesker waking up in a body bag.
Uh-huh.
He sits up, and then he unzips. He gets out, and he's just like, "Oh, the light's too bright. I can't see."
And
And
it's
then
not a
somebody's
very bright
there.
room.
It's not bright at all.
It's not a bright
He's in
room.
an actual like
like a
Morgue?
basement,
like a
like a
ba-
morgue.
well, no,
like
it's a morgue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are tons of different like
drawers?
drawers for
Yeah.
bodies and shit.
Uh-huh. Watch out,
but then
regenerators
somebody,
come out
Then
of those.
somebody hands him some shades, and he puts the shades on. And he's like, "Oh," all of a sudden he could see, and it's Ada Wong, and she's
It's
like,
Ada
"Oh,
Wong.
my name is Wong,
That's
Ada
it.
Wong," and then
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
They
Weren't you
were-
supposed
Bro.
to help Sherry in the
Bro.
in the sewers?
Sherry.
Huh?
Now, does Sherry even exist? She was there, and then all of a sudden,
And
why
then they
was
just
she always
forgot
hugging
about
Chris?
Sherry.
Why was she always?
She
just
don't
run
know
up and-
that,
She don't
man.
know that dude.
Well, okay, yeah.
Doesn't she know
I
not to
think
hug on
she-
strangers?
I
I
think,
after everything else.
I think she might know Chris.
Well,
because
because
he
her
does-
dad
her
was like a
dad
father to
And fuck
yeah,
all
okay.
that.
What-
Yeah.
Fuck all of
Right,
that.
right.
All this
Since
whole
when did
Jill
Birkin
and
raise
no,
Chris?
No.
You know, they were in an
Uh-uh.
orphanage and they were going to be experimented on. Where were the other kids in the
Fuck you
orphanage?
guys.
They're sitting there
Fuck
having
you
whole
guys.
loud ass conversations in these kids' bedroom. Ain't no other child wake up.
Uh-uh.
You know what I'm saying? Lisa Trevor is skulking around looking
Right.
like a goddamn, I don't even know,
And
man.
nobody
That
else
feels-
sack
sees
of
it.
potatoes.
Nobody
Yeah.
else sees it.
Yeah.
Literally a sack of potatoes.
Sack of potatoes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Like
Somewhere
it's
between
potato
Leatherface
Over here,
and a
here's her
sack of
face, and then
potatoes.
there's a
Yeah.
face on the outside of the face. And
Is
it's
that
like,
a fake face?
I don't
Is
know
it,
what it is.
Is it
Is it a
latex?
suit?
Is it? I know
they
that.
probably dressed her up like that.
I know
Be
all
like,
the
"Boo, you ugly.
zombies."
We're gonna try to make you cute, and it's the best we got. I'm sorry. You know, it's the last thing your mama made for you. She never finished it, but you got to wear it. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's like, "Where do you live?" She's like, "Down below."
I thought all the CG was shit. I thought all the makeup effects were shit.
Uh-huh.
I thought like
Oh,
What about the smart
cinematography
dog?
Was fucking
Oh, fuck
What about the smart
boring.
dog? That dog baited out 6 shots from a
fucking
revolver.
seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then stared him down like, "You have no bullets left."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You know
God
what scene I really dug
damn it,
though
man.
is when
dug a
Wesker.
scene?
There's one that I really liked it. It's when Wesker was in the dining hall from RE1 and the lights go out, and I thought it was stupid with him flashing
Oh, that
the
was
thing
super
on.
bad though.
But
Lighter.
Yeah.
but when he
Oh,
when
that
it
was Chris.
That was Chris.
It was Chris with the
See,
light.
that's
how I
Either way. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
It doesn't
but it
matter.
was Wesker that was in there where it was completely dark, and he kept firing off the shots though, and it was those are the only scenes you could
Oh,
see
okay.
the
Yeah,
zombies.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I
yeah.
thought that was a cool little scene.
Right.
Like,
Well,
you know,
I mean, I think that some of their set design was really good. Like
Oh,
the
the set
Arclay
design-
Mansion
yeah,
was,
like,
was
this
that
is
was
it.
great,
Dude,
when they first the police station,
police station.
the police
They
station,
had the-
it was
right.
great. That
the,
you
the
know,
statue and everything,
and-
dude.
but
I know.
Then they bring it down because there is the man, Leon Scott Kennedy,
and he's a
and he
doofus.
is an
Doofus, man.
idiot,
Yeah.
dude. And my boy's asleep with headphones on.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today. You know what I'm telling you, man.
Dude,
like,
when they I liked it when Irons was yelling at him at the
Yeah.
Oh,
beginning.
yeah.
He's like,
that was really.
"Why the fuck are you in here, Kennedy?"
Uh-huh,
He's like,
for
"Well,
real.
I mean, you said everybody, not
you,
you, Kennedy.
Kennedy.
What if somebody comes up to the front counter and they've got a cat that's stuck in a tree or something, huh?"
Right. You know, because what I thought initially, man, like I was like, okay, this approach is kind of cool because all like the Resident Evil series, well, the first like 3 movies,
Yeah.
3 games rather. Well, 4 including Code Veronica.
Yeah.
All these things take place at the same time,
Pretty much,
just
yeah.
from different perspectives,
Right.
right? And so telling a story about where really Raccoon City should have been the main character.
Right.
Yeah.
Raccoon City should have been the main character, and you tell this story about like all these different people in different places and what's going on with them, right?
Yeah.
And that could work very, very well because Leon, you know, he shows up at work and nobody's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's like, oh, welcome, newbie. And
Well,
Yeah.
like
He's
I
going
was
like,
telling
okay, that's
him,
weird.
What the fuck?
I feel like this story could have worked even with these same actors and all the same elements if it was spread out over like a 6-episode like Netflix series
made by someone else.
Made by someone
Yes.
else. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
whoever
okay.
directed this does not fucking know what they're doing.
No.
Well, they just I don't know. I don't know why Capcom even signed off on it.
Right,
You know,
right.
that's
I
the
know
weird
Capcom
thing.
saw this.
Right.
You're telling me
Capcom
that
don't
they
give a
watched this movie and then went, yeah.
Because,
Or
I mean, as
Resident Evil's hot right now, and they just needed a product.
well,
out.
I mean, but they don't. You know, we got Village wrecking numbers
Right.
still.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, we
but
don't.
everything's got to be cross media now.
I mean, that's
It's-
that's very true.
it's
I think
the
it's
thing.
Hollywood and death rows.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're just in their death rows, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you know, we're just like with the Matrix. Like, okay, well, we're gonna remake
What
this
IPs
thing.
do we have?
You know,
Yeah,
we're gonna
that we
remake
can
it.
still
So
use.
yeah, let's churn this shit out. But it could have been very, very good. But it's like they just chose otherwise. They're just like, you know what?
I think they took far too much inspiration from RE1's initial cutscene.
Right.
Like,
oh,
that's-
well, they try to give you that one-to-one with the
Are
zombie
you talking
turns
about
around.
the original
Yes.
cutscene?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do the live action
The
one. That's
FMV?
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
They
You know?
took way too much
Well,
inspiration.
you know what? That's
from
why
that.
I forgave Chris when I first saw him because Chris
Yeah.
originally was not Rockfucker.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
he
Like,
was a
Chris-
regular dude,
He was just
and
a
he had his
regular-ass dude.
green vest, and
Yeah,
that was it. And they
you
got
know?
that, and I was like, cool.
Jill, they
What-
miscast completely.
Yeah, well, when I saw
Yeah.
Jill and Leon, I was going like, okay, why guys?
Well,
why did you
Leon
guys?
just
they
he
they
just
they had never
look-
met.
Yeah,
Right.
Leon just looks like a watered down Jon Snow.
Right?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
Like, boy, why ain't you at the wall?
And
No,
why
man.
doesn't he know how to handle a firearm?
Not
Yeah,
at all.
Why
exactly.
does he? He doesn't know how
Why
to
is
like
he
load a
such a
shotgun.
fuck
He's
up?
just
Why did they why did
like
they-
he went through the academy. There's like, oh yeah, his dad got him the role in the
Dude,
academy,
Leon
and
shot
then he
his
shot
partner
his
in-
partner in the ass.
Leon
Yeah.
wasn't a fuck up. He was just
I
a
did-
rookie.
He
I
was
did
just
think
a
that
rookie. It was
was-
just day one.
I think that was funny when he's in the diner and the two cops were fucking with him, and as they're walking out, it's like, "Don't shoot."
That
totally.
was-
I,
yeah, that-
I
that
did
was
chuckle
kinda
at
cool.
that one. I was like,
That was
"Ha."
kinda
It
cool.
had
Yeah.
some moments. Hey,
There
you
were
know what one
moments.
of my favorite things is?
Yeah.
Had my boy Hunk in it.
Facts.
Yeah. He didn't snap a neck, but
Right.
still, they had my boy Hunk in it.
Yeah.
And they didn't even make it a big deal. They just showed that team, which I guess that was like Bravo team or Charlie
Yeah,
team.
Yeah.
it was Bravo.
Bravo team was sweeping folks because that was their whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is they were just stopping the bioweapon.
Right.
You know?
Well, see, once I saw the Arclay Mansion, I really thought that they were going to go through. I thought we were going to see our giant spider. I thought we were going to see our giant snake. I thought we were going to see the pool scene where you first see the liquor.
Yeah.
You know, because really they could have just taken exactly how that played out
Yeah.
and translated
But
it.
instead,
Well,
they
they-
made up this whole new orphanage story that they had to talk about.
Yeah,
That
and
they-
apparently
that
Lisa
didn't
Trevor
mean
fucks
anything.
liquors up
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the regular.
She put her foot through that.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Put that nasty unwashed foot through that thing.
Oh, it was nasty too. It was crusty. That was a crusty
It was
foot.
a crusty
I felt bad for that liquor, bro. His tongue was on that. You know, that was savage.
Yeah.
The liquor looked like shit.
Liquor did not look good.
It didn't look good. It didn't look as bad as I think, like you were saying earlier. I think it was. I mean, it's not the worst part of the film.
No.
That's the thing.
No.
There was so much
I
worse.
loved Birkin transforming though.
I-
he was
it was
totally
a little-
tyrant for a minute.
It
Well,
was
he-
a little
you know,
weird
for
that he
a
still
while.
had that T-shirt on while
That
he was.
was-
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my problem. And then he was still
that
just
sucked,
talking
yeah.
and just being like casual,
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, I'm looking for you."
Yeah,
You know,
that-
it's
that-
like,
that was
well,
so
that's not
stupid,
how
yeah.
Tyrant
No.
rolled at all. Like
No.
Tyrant was.
He
just
didn't
like,
speak. He was murder.
Yeah, it was murder. Absolutely. And then that final transformation. I
Well,
was
it's just
"Ugh."
like
I
you
mean,
know,
it looked like the 1 and 2.
yeah,
You know,
it was,
that's what you had to fight.
Yeah.
But again, if you discharge a rocket-propelled grenade in a tiny canister with other people, everyone
Everyone's
dies.
dead. Yeah, that train is fucked.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I was hoping they were gonna make it to a rooftop, and then someone was gonna, fly by in a a helicopter and
Oh,
throw
yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
like there's so many ways that they could have made this And it's not that I really want it to be just like completely one-to-one with the
One-to-one.
game.
No,
you know
absolutely
what I'm
not.
saying?
They're
It's like
gonna
they
be-
not the way it
picked
works.
and choose what they wanted to do one-to-one,
Right.
and they picked the wrong things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just all they remembered. It's like, oh, I played all the games, and I'm a big Resident Evil fan.
I think it was
and
something like
there was
this,
something with
right?
the Astro
There was a-
Twins, and then
Yeah.
there was an orphanage in the remake.
Don't you
so,
remember the awesome scene where the zombie goes like this?
Oh yeah, that was
Like,
the
we
best
gotta do
part.
that. We
Dude,
gotta
that
do that,
was
guys.
That's
hard.
iconic, man.
You know, for real, dude. Like,
I don't know. I thought when the cow flew away, that was pretty funny.
that was pretty funny. Now that wasn't really cool effect. Like
it
the way
reminded
the
me of
ground was
Twist.
sinking and shit.
Yeah, and then it started going like,
Yeah,
Seriously, it gave
that was
me.
expensive.
it was
gave
kind
me-
of tongue in cheek, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Was
some
it? I
campiness.
hope.
There's some
I hope,
campiness.
yeah.
to it.
Right.
There
Yeah.
is some campiness to this movie,
So
and that's really
if
the only
it was
thing that makes it
campier, would it make it better?
fun.
I
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
wish that it wasn't real.
Yeah, this is just it's.
I think if it was better, it would make it better. How about that?
Yeah, I feel like if they would have just slowed down, man.
Yeah,
you
like,
know, and actually,
Maybe focus on just the mansion.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, as it is, if you really think about the movie and the way that the plot points go, beat for beat,
Yeah.
other than a handful of things they took out from RE2,
Yeah.
I mean, it is essentially just the same movie as the original RE. Yeah, as the
Oh,
original
with Mila
Resident Evil.
Jovovich?
Mila Jovovich. It plays out pretty much the same.
I don't know.
As
man.
far as I don't know, they did the zombies better in that one.
They did the
they
zombies.
Dude, okay,
like
why
everything
is
better in that
Raccoon
one.
City abandoned? Okay, look,
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
that don't
at all.
make no sense
Yeah.
at all
No.
because that's not the way it was.
Where's
It was
my
like,
Where's
here's-
my kendo gun
it's
shop
called
guy?
Raccoon City.
Yeah.
It's not like a small town. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this was it was a city.
It's a
Yeah.
city.
And
yeah.
things went to shit. People
Yeah.
are trying to get out of the city, but they quarantined it. You know what I'm saying? They blocked off any ways out of it. And so that's why we have so many of these zombies everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but they're like, maybe, like I said, there were 8.
You know
There were
why?
8 all day.
They didn't want to have to hire extras.
Extras. That's literally it.
That's
You can
another,
CG that
like,
shit though.
There's
Jesus
so
Christ.
much.
It's
when
all
you
about the
watch-
budget on
when
this
you
one,
watch
isn't
this
it?
movie,
Yeah.
Yes.
so much of it, like so much of the creative decisions, are pretty much
Budgetary.
because of the budget.
Right.
The reason that what's this G thing? Anyways,
Oh, G thing.
is
I love that.
is
That makes me so happy.
Dr. Birkin.
is Dr. Burke is wearing a
Dr. Burke?
T-shirt.
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
But the reason he's wearing a T-shirt is so they'd only have to CG
The
one
one
arm
arm.
of him.
Uh-huh.
The one arm.
Now I did like the part like
Like-
when it's transforming when one of the eyes bursts.
I loved
Oh,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
I loved it.
I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
all right, I'll give you that.
They are this.
It's
movie
like they
has
half
moments.
they half got some shit right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And somebody was like, "Oh yeah, that's a wrap."
That,
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking
First
perfect.
take.
Yeah.
Got it in one.
Yeah,
So-
I don't feel like okay, so a lot of movies that we've been watching that haven't been good feels like there were parts that were left out because they, cutting room floor shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like that. This
No.
actually just feels like they just left whole plot points out of
Yeah.
the thing. So it doesn't feel like the movie they made was didn't make sense from beat to beat.
Was too long, so they had to cut. Snip
Right.
Here,
It's
snip
not
here,
that.
snip here.
It is
Right.
really
Yeah.
that the core concepts that they were trying to make into a movie just suck.
Right.
And
Yeah.
well, and they
Like I
don't
said, they were
really
just trying
mesh.
to smash too
Yeah.
much all together
Yeah.
at
Uh-huh.
once.
It would have been better
And
if it
they
was
didn't focus
just
on
one
anything.
or
Or
just
just
two.
two,
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
And then can anybody explain to me, okay, firstly, that scene in the prison where Claire is with Leon, with Leon, and he goes down and he's surprised that there's a prisoner down there, and
And the
ends up
prisoner
being
is
the
the guy, the
guy.
informant
Uh-huh.
guy.
And then he's in there with that
Mhm.
person that's puking blood and
Yeah.
turning. Why does he back up towards that person? Did you notice that? It's like, he's like, oh, he gets the gun.
And he goes, "Oh,
instead of
shit."
like
Yeah.
shooting
Yeah.
and killing that motherfucker,
Yeah,
he aims at
immediately.
Leon and he's just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, get me the fuck out of here, man. And he turns over there and the guy's like clearly looking up at him, getting all creepy.
Yeah.
And then Leon's trying to get the door open and he turns around, turns his back to this dude, this mutating person, and backs up towards him. And I'm sitting here like, the fuck?
Didn't
I'm
make
like,
any
I'm
goddamn
I'm like,
sense.
okay, now
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm
Plot
like,
convenience. Somebody
like-
had to die.
if they kill him like this, then that's
Maybe
really
he can-
bad.
Yeah, then maybe he
Well,
can come back as a zombie.
So
Ooh.
am I right about this that The leak, though, in the old Resident Evils was Ada. It wasn't an outside informant. Like, isn't that the reason that, like, some of the
I
information...
don't know, when did...
Well, she was always kind of like a double agent.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like she was kind of like...
Kind of works for the government, but kind of works for Umbrella. But
Right.
also kind of works for her own shit.
Right,
Yeah.
but it ends up being like
Whatever
an actual
serves-
hero.
Yeah.
She like works with Leon.
Yeah.
And
The
so-
BSAA.
The BSAA. Yeah, you know. And so, I mean, there's just so many holes, man.
Yeah.
And
It's a bunch of plot holes. This is plot holes.
plot
the
holes.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it really just.
Let's just keep
Makes
trying
me
to juggle
mad.
too many fucking balls.
Just
You're gonna drop some.
So
you know?
disappointed in this.
So okay. So
I don't know. I had a
how
good
it-
time laughing at it.
so how it looked?
Bad.
Okay. All right.
Moving on.
I think that even beyond the things that I said about like the CG looking shit, and I think the makeup looking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like
The dog
they-
looked good.
yeah,
Dog
yeah,
looked okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
yeah.
It was
You know,
fine.
it
Yeah,
was.
dog.
It was a Doberman.
It was
It was,
a There's only one.
right. The one fucking
The
dog.
one dog.
Nah,
Yeah, right.
You know,
that's
how'd
not
he
the way
get
this
out of that
works.
truck?
Nah, man.
How'd he get out of that truck?
Because that truck blew up.
That truck.
And
Yeah.
it's just because he licked the stuff off the ground.
Oh, I mean, he went straight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got out of the truck for some reason somehow and goes and just eats the fuck
Just
out of all that.
nom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because nobody noticed the girl getting up out of the middle of the street and walking off. The
Yeah,
It's-
for real.
and then the dog just went and ate that, and he was just like, "Don't you go getting sick on me? I don't have insurance for you."
Oh,
You know, yeah.
But no, all I was saying is that not only do I think those things look bad, but I also think that it's obviously that this was digital. But whatever cameras they were using had a grain to them that
Yeah.
looked like trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they were trying to
Yeah,
go
the
for that
cinematography
kind of.
not
I think
good.
that was like almost intentional to make it look gritty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
bad. It's what it
It's
is
really
what it
bad.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
not good.
not good. Okay, how it sound?
It sounded fine.
Eh.
I mean,
Nothing to write home about.
I could hear everyone speak throughout the entire film.
There you go. I never once because, dude, I
Much
do.
to your chagrin.
Right. I heard every terrible
I mean,
comment.
it's not that I wanted to hear it, but,
But
I
I
could.
could.
Because
And that's
that's
what
a
counts.
good point because there have been a lot of movies recently where during the action scenes it's like,
Right.
all
I thought
the time.
that
But
was
then-
really good with the Matrix.
but
You
then-
could fucking hear everything
Yeah,
the whole
Yeah.
time.
But then
you know?
when people are talking, they want to talk really fucking low.
right,
Yeah.
And
everybody's
yeah,
Matthew
constantly-
McConaughey, dude.
Yeah.
You turn
exactly.
your volume up, and then they had this big action sequence,
Yeah,
and
and
your
it's like,
volume's too
shit,
loud. It's
you
like,
know?
fuck,
Mm.
yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is he saying? You know. So
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Yeah.
So at least the what would that be? R&D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
RNG,
RNG.
RN,
Whatever.
No, I
At
wouldn't
least
like
the
that.
It's not that
audio
bad,
was
RNG.
not
It's not.
bad.
A&D,
A&D. Whatever.
something.
Audio.
The audio.
Trying to
man.
sound like we know shit.
I
What-
mean-
You know, I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think about like the soundtrack. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
about,
see, I
like,
can't think of a single song. I
yeah.
can't think of anything that was, you know.
I know when the songs were playing, it was just like, oh yeah, obviously the '90s.
They did 90s
Right.
reference stuff. That
but
was
it
kind
was
of funny.
kind of obscure stuff that you don't really.
They did,
think
which I'm
about.
kind of cool with.
I'm down
Yeah,
with that.
like what was
Well, that's
Brad
cheap.
listening to when he was on in the
I
helicopter?
mean, I don't remember.
Which, by the way, the guy
I
that
don't
plays
either.
Brad Vickers is on Letterkenny.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of the main dudes from Letterkenny. So I was like, oh, cool. That guy's getting
Yeah.
other work. Awesome.
Oh, the dude that plays Irons.
He might not get any
he's,
more work ever
Yeah.
again after this, but
I know how he got his role. The dude who played Irons.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's Harvey. Dent.
oh, you get a promotion,
not,
son.
Not Harvey Dent. He plays one of the characters in Gotham. It's Jim
Oh.
Gordon's like partner.
Oh.
What's that dude's
I
name?
can see him being a good Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
but-
Yeah, dude.
yeah, like an
But
older
he's
Gordon.
the other
Yeah.
cop, though.
He's the other guy. It's not
the
is it
condescending
Harvey?
cop. I
Is it
don't
Harvey
think
something?
his name's
It's
Harvey.
not
I don't
Dent.
think it is. No, I don't know. But I know
Anyways,
you're talking about. Yeah.
You know who I'm
I mean,
talking
that guy's been in a bunch of stuff. He was the guy
Oh,
that got
yeah.
his hand cut off in Blade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 And got burned and,
And
got
got burned.
stabbed
Yeah,
and
that
just
guy.
constantly
Uh-huh.
getting fucked up all throughout Blade.
He's your Carmine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Poor Carmine.
Poor
Oh,
Carmine.
That whole family.
Jesus, man. Okay, well, how? God damn it. how it people.
Oh,
It
badly. Oh
It
my
don't.
god. It don't.
It don't people
It
at
don't
all.
people at
Oh,
all.
I don't give
Those
a
are not
fuck about
people.
any of these people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough.
What sucks,
Leon
though,
doesn't even look like he fits in his fucking.
Dude, like I said, when Leon woke up and he started drinking that beer, I thought for a moment, I was like, oh, so this is fast forward to Chris later on in his life, and maybe, he's...
Oh yeah,
How
because
the
he's
fuck
seen
did-
some shit.
I'm
right?
sorry to just derail. How did Claire get away from Birkin and the other scientists? Remember when they dragged her away from Chris?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, your brother will join you soon. We found your new family.
she
Come with
just
us.
did windmills at him.
And she just, somehow she escaped?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Maybe Lisa Trevor broke her
Help
out.
her?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
It's a whole bunch of shit that they didn't explain.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Speaking
Like,
of,
well, moving on.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Speaking
scene where
of-
all the zombies were on Chris, and then the next
Yeah.
scene, he's just like running down the hallway.
right.
Anyway.
Speaking of Claire Redfield, it's another one of those things, like I said before, where it's just like I don't hate any of the actors in this movie. I just hate them.
I think
as
she was the
these
best
characters.
cast.
Yeah.
Dude, she's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Actually,
Uh-huh.
have you ever seen Crawl?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
she's the lady. She's
Mhm.
Haley.
Yes.
Haley from Crawl.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
great, and I think that even as far as like her look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
you know,
close
she-
enough. Totally.
She's the only
It's
person that
fun.
really Wesker. I can see what they were going for, but like she has
Yeah.
the clear look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's got that shit down. Jill, absolutely not.
No.
But I mean,
And Leon
was
does
really
not
good.
have his Karen hair, so
Right.
it's like it's not.
Jesus, man, like that. I hate what they did to my boy Leon.
Really?
I really
Really?
did.
They
When
made
they,
him the fool.
called
That's
him,
probably the most egregious
That's
of
bullshit.
Yeah.
all the casting.
No.
honestly,
He
is
didn't.
Leon.
Nan, one suplex
I
in
ain't
the
seen
whole
one
damn
suplex-
movie.
suplex.
No.
I didn't see a roundhouse
I didn't
kick.
see
No.
Roundhouse.
Mm-mm.
No.
Nah.
Fuck that.
No,
Okay.
no, Leon's the man, and they're like, nah, no, he's not.
No, and this one he's just baby boy.
Yeah, baby boy.
Baby boy.
You know.
Mhm.
All right. God damn it, man. This is just bad.
This is a bit.
How it feel? Yeah, man. I'm just like, God, this would
I
work.
don't even want
It
to go
feels.
through
You
this.
know how
Yeah.
it feels sticky. Like
It does feel a
you
little
know,
sticky.
You know how it
Like-
feels?
huh.
Itchy, tasty.
Oh,
That.
That dude. That when that happened, I was like, "Fuck you guys! You're insulting my intelligence.
Absolutely.
Fuck you people."
Dude, that was like, I mean, okay, first that was a journalist, and he was sitting there just documenting everything
Yeah.
that was happening.
And he was
He's
the guy that was in
transforming.
quarantine.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. And all these things were happening, so he's
Uh-huh.
scratching his skin off.
Itchy.
Yeah,
Scott K.
but
You know,
why-
exactly,
Ugly face,
right?
so killed
You
me.
know,
But in
they're
this,
all
it's
itchy,
just-
tasty, and that's it. But her running up and just, itchy, tasty! I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
screaming
Fuck
about? Like, why
off.
you...
Well,
Fuck
when
off.
she
What the
wrote it
fuck?
on the fucking window.
Like, fuck
Right,
off.
Yeah.
It's this zombie neighbor lady.
Why'd the kid run in underneath the table and sit there and she's like, "Oh, do you need help?"
You need Yeah. You know?
What was that?
Right. Yeah.
First off, the zombies don't speak,
Oh, these zombies did. They're just like, let us in.
and it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
There wasn't some kind of transition period where you're gonna kill people and you can still speak.
Right.
Like,
No.
come on, man.
No.
Fuck.
It was one or the other. You
Yeah.
trade speaking for eating people.
Yeah. It's like they were trying to humanize the zombies a little bit or something.
Boo.
But
They were
they
like-
also didn't do it well enough for you to care.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It was
Itchy
really bad.
tasty.
Itchy
Fuck
tasty.
you guys, okay?
Wow. Oh. All right. How it do?
It don't.
It don't.
It just don't. It don't.
It just all
It
the way
don't
down
do.
the list.
Yeah.
It don't.
We watched this
it-
so y'all don't have to.
Again,
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. It took one for the team.
Ugh.
It do as a kind of hate watch, as a kind of like, you know, okay, I'm literally just gonna make fun of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's it. And that's honestly how I went into it.
Man,
You know, I
you know
just
what
like,
was
all I'm
way
gonna
better
do is
than this?
rag on it.
You know what was way better than this? Fucking Frankenstein's Army.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Frankenstein's
boy.
Army is amazing.
great movie.
And
So
we
good.
expected it to be cheesy.
Right.
Yeah.
And it kind of had some cheese to it, right?
Oh, it
But
absolutely
it was
did.
so fucking
Well, the
cool.
problem is
Real
that we
good.
expected this to be bad,
Right.
and somehow it managed to exceed expectations.
Yes.
So is this as bad as Black Widow? Because that's the final question. This is the final question for our bad movies.
Oh, Scott.
I think I still had more fun
I
with
don't
this than
think
Black
so.
Widow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I at least had fun with it.
Right.
I mean, it's objectively terrible, but I mean, like I said, dude, if you guys wanted to get around and crack some beers and
And make fun of
make
it.
fun of this movie,
Make a riff tracks on it.
make a riff track
yeah.
or
Worth
some
it.
shit.
Mhm.
Worth
you know,
it. Totally.
absolutely, I'd do that. I
Mhm.
would not do that with Black Widow.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
No, because there's
So-
nothing even to. It's just Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just shit. In
I
that
just
one.
never want to see Black Widow again.
Again?
If this happened to be on somewhere, I'd be like, oh, this
I
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
hate it when she
Yeah,
breaks her
right.
nose. I
Watch
hate
this
that
shit.
shit
Uh-huh.
so much.
Watch old rock fucker tuck and roll.
Take that RPG to the face, boy. You know? You know, he's like, oh, I found this in VIP. Like,
What is a train?
why were you in VIP?
Why is there a train in the conductor's room? Like, why is there a rocket launcher in the train? You know?
Yeah, none of that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
no,
bad
no.
place for a rocket launcher.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Do they have rocket launchers instead of extinguishers?
It would have been cooler.
And was that
You know-
the only thing in that cabin? You couldn't find
Exactly.
anything else?
It would have been way
Anything else?
cooler if they'd gone for another Resident Evil weapon and made it to where he had
A broken butterfly?
Oh well,
Oh,
come on!
yeah.
You know
Let's
I
go,
love that
baby.
broken butterfly. You know
Yes.
that
Yeah,
shit,
boy.
dude. And when you reload it in VR, you gotta slap it back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I love
good.
it.
Nah, man. Fucking if he had acid rounds in a grenade launcher,
Oh, yeah.
and came back there and
See?
started spraying up the room,
Uh-huh.
you know what I
Might be-
mean? And
yeah.
it would
Right.
have melted the train, and it would have caused a thing. But he
Yeah.
also wouldn't have, like blown up his friends. You know?
Well, but again, this goes back. That probably goes back to the budget because that sounds like a lot of work and a lot of
Yeah.
rendering
Yeah,
for
whole
that
bunch.
effect. Whereas you just throw a fucking explosion up
And
there.
put G thing coming.
Yeah,
through
G thing coming down. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh man. And it did seem like they got to the end of the movie or close to the end. They're like, we gotta wrap this shit up, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
know.
it was like the end comes very quickly.
I'm surprised they didn't start doing the.
barreling towards the end.
Uh-huh.
They really should have.
The ending was very rushed,
Yeah.
but leading up to the ending, it just dragged.
Yeah.
I also think they
yeah.
fucked
What are we
the
getting at here?
timeline up.
Exactly.
I think they fucked the timeline up because I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean the simple of the when they go into the mansion. That was like Raccoon City wasn't going to be bombed that night. It was another
No.
couple of days.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They compressed it all into a single night.
Well, they had to give you a sense of urgency.
right.
You
right.
know, but then, I mean, you got fucking Wesker who doesn't know shit about shit at all.
Right.
And he's like, well, we're going to destroy the city. It's 0600
Oh,
hours.
let me check my
And he's like,
Palm
oh my God, my
Pilot.
Palm Pilot
this
tells me I need to go
I
down.
kind of like
You know?
I've-
And then when he
like-
like runs off away from Jill,
Yeah.
he goes down the longest hallway at a jog, and she's just like, Wesker!
and doesn't follow him.
And doesn't follow him?
Like, well, I guess fuck that.
I
Yep.
guess I'm going back to find my people.
Man, he
right.
seriously pulled up his Palm Pilot and then looked at some piano keys and started playing Moonlight Sonata. I was like, it's like
No.
y'all missed it. Y'all missed the fucking point. You get that had a mood in the original one. This is just some passing bullshit. You're
Absolutely.
like,
How dare you
"Hey,
do that
it's
to Moonlight
Sonata."
Sonata? How dare you?
Fuck off.
You
man.
know? Yeah, it was rough.
Well, let's
Let's see.
put a nail in this coffin.
All right, Tandy.
No!
Should the fine folks at home
Tandy.
enjoy them
Don't
some
let me
Resident
down.
He
Tandy, I will take your
Welcome to
batteries.
Raccoon City. He
I will
only
take
has
your fucking
one.
ba-
Don't take his
I will
battery.
take your battery.
Okay.
It's
Come
probably
on.
probably
What
9
you
volt.
think? Should they watch it? Should they watch it? Yeah, boy.
Was
Never.
Hey, Tandy for the first time ever.
Good job,
Gonna be
Tandy.
booted off the show.
Yeah, Tandy's back. That's right. Tandy's like, I'm tired of these shitty movies. Y'all gotta watch something good.
Yo, please watch something
Fuck.
good. Even though, I mean, 8-Bit Christmas was rocking out. That was my jam.
Yeah.
It was all right.
But yeah, this is really bad.
Oh, it was way better than these last couple movies we've been watching.
Yeah.
Blessed Tandy.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I
So
love
what?
me some Tandy.
Next week, melt with you.
Dude,
Okay.
I really want to have a discussion about that film.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
Why not?
Yeah.
I bet that's on Amazon. We can
It's
rent
probably
it
free.
up. Oh, it's
Yeah.
probably
It-
free.
It should be. I mean,
Oh,
it's an
cool.
older film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So-
We'll look at. We'll
And
look.
see,
at
I
that,
don't know
so-
anything about this movie.
So
Keep
next
it that way.
week-
Yeah.
Don't watch a trailer. Don't watch anything. Just watch the movie from the very beginning. Go
Yeah.
in. That's how when I first saw it, and I've
Yeah.
only seen it once, so
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch this movie again.
Okay. Yeah.
But just go in blind.
All
All
right.
right, it made it
Absolutely.
very enjoyable for me. On that topic, before we go anywhere, we do have 2 new characters live for Melty Blood type Lumina.
That you guys are gonna
All
see
right.
tonight. with
Tonight,
us.
our
Yeah,
late
we're
cast,
gonna be
we'll be
rocking
playing
it,
Melty
rocking
Blood
it.
type Lumina.
Yeah.
Tune in. Just
Again,
click a
thank you,
follow
Reno. Thank
Yeah.
you, Reno.
Thank you.
yeah, definitely, man, and make sure that you join our late cast.
Yeah.
If you have a PS4 or a PS5, whatever you're playing on, come and play with us. You
Yeah.
know, get in some matches.
If you prefer some Soul Calibur, we could do some Soul Calibur
got that too.
matches.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
that
I
too.
mean, we're gonna start doing our drunken
Me,
monks.
yeah, me,
Drunken
and,
Monks.
me and Trey slapped down on some Soul Calibur
Mhm.
the last Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got some custom characters rocking.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
And so
he was throwing what was it? You were throwing Ava.
Well, you have
Uh-huh.
your Utena
Ava
stuff,
from,
Came
right?
at me, and I was trying to throw some XL at
Oh,
you.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he was complaining about my XL voice, the voice I picked for XL,
Yeah.
because it's all like,
Yeah. For real. It's like, oh god damn
it's
it.
so
You
annoying.
know, it's also like 7 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The
Also,
last thing we
this
need-
is
And you got headphones on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is something I'd like to announce, a pre-announcement here.
Yes. Oh, branding.
Watch out. We're going to have a different name here soon.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
all of a sudden...
Hopefully, a much easier to search.
Right, because
Yeah.
we have noticed the difficulty of telling people our current title. Now,
Yes.
the podcast will still be called So What Do You Think of This? We're just going to change our branding, and I'm not revealing it yet. Just when you see a different name for us, understand it's still us. That's all.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
being in the chat and
Thank you so
watching
much for watching.
and coming on this journey with us. You know,
Oh,
'cause
man.
boy, it was a
We
journey.
came all over this
look,
journey.
Look. Just trust us. Trust us.
Talk about
Go back
sticky.
and watch Itchy Tasty. Go back and watch our old videos. If you ever think about watching Resident Evil, just don't and just watch our old videos.
Yeah,
Watch our old
that's
Like,
way
I mean,
better.
seriously,
Oh,
it's
so much
way
better.
better.
Yeah.
It's, I promise you.
Yeah,
it's
we're
so much
way more
enjoyable.
entertaining than that movie.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, for real. So if
Speaking
you ever
of-
think I want to watch Welcome to Raccoon City, just click our
Just
channel.
click
Click our
on that.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you have a
watch.
friend that says they want to watch Raccoon City,
Yeah.
well, share this episode.
Refer
with
them
Yes.
right to us.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
And tell them to follow.
better.
You know, like, share, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes. One of these days I'm going to write this down. Anyways, anywhere you like
All
to
the
look at
stuff.
all stuff. We're on
all the stuff and all the places.
Yep.
And guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Mad love.
Goodbye.
Love you guys.